m'ha guiant tu. Guia'm sobretot, recorda'm el key player, Pep, quan toqui després del guest the player, perquè... jo crec que t'estic sentint pel del Pep. O et sento com de... Sí, però com... Bueno, mica. Ara sí, ara sí. Vale, ha saltat anunci de YouTube. Hello and welcome to Barça Live. How are we all on this Easter Saturday? It's been a while, hasn't it, since the last Barça game? 2 weeks of international break since that 3-0 win, that thrilling 3-0 win at the Metropolitano. Tonight, Barça face Las Palmas at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. There's less than half an hour to go, so we better head there. Marc Brau is standing pitchside. Marc Brau, take us through Barça's lineup.
Hi Robert, we are very looking forward to see a game for Barça 13 days since the last game against Atletico de Madrid, and we know who starts tonight's game against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas, with 3 changes in the lineup between the last game against Atletico de Madrid and tonight's game against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. Barça will start with Marc-André ter Stegen as a goalkeeper. 4 consecutive clean sheets for the German goalkeeper. FC Barcelona is in a very good shape defensively, especially because of the shape of Marc-André ter Stegen. With Joao Cancelo, who is returning to the lineup in the position of left back, with Jules Koundé in the right back, and Íñigo Martínez and Pau Cubarsí as a centre backs. 9 consecutive times in the lineup in La Liga for Pau Cubarsí. With Ilkay Gundogan as a holding midfielder. Sergio Roberto, our captain, will start also today with Fermín in this midfield position, with Lamine Yamal and Rafinha as our wingers. Our striker tonight, Robert Lewandowski, 13 goals this season in La Liga. In the bench we have important news, because after 2 months injured, Ferran Torres can have maybe a few minutes in the second half. So players are ready. It's a little bit windy today here in Montjuic. Maybe it can rain in the second half, but we also expect Barça to win again and to continue with the good stake in the league.
Well, don't we all hope for a big win for Barca tonight, and the great news that Ferran Torres is back, and we'll see if he gets a few minutes later on in the game. We have a lot to unpack. We have less than half an hour to do so let's head over to the captures. And sitting here on the couch is my good friend Spencer Siegel. How are you, Spence?
I'm so honored that you call me a friend. It's good to be back. You know, I mean, we missed this, and now we've got it regularly again. It's good to see everybody.
Yeah, we missed you last game. It was a 3-0 win against Atletico de Madrid.
You didn't need me.
Yeah, I know. Joining us for the first time, Alexi Bateta. How are you?
I'm good. Just looking forward to what should be a good match.
Yeah, well, let's hope you're our lucky charm today.
No pressure.
First time. Let's see if it goes well. Guys, the lineup is out. Our 2 youngsters are on the pitch, or will be on the pitch. As Fermín also is one of the representative youngsters. Thoughts?
It looks pretty good to me. I mean, you have actually less options now when you look at the 11 that we've got on the screen right there. I mean, it seems pretty self-explanatory. The only thing that we seem to be missing is the decision on whether or not Araujo starts this game, or there's no game next weekend, so I'm not really sure exactly what you're saving it for, but I guess this is just what Xavi wants to do, and we've got some time before the big one coming up in a couple of weeks as well.
Alex, you mentioned Lewandowski. He's had a heavy minute load during the international break, but he's in the lineup tonight, and he is on a run as of late for Barca. He had a great performance at the Metropolitano.
Yeah, you're never going to be sad when you have Lewandowski on your team, really, but it is quite interesting, especially there is a break, as we mentioned, until the big one in the Champions League, but he has been playing a lot of minutes overall. Obviously with Barcelona, but then over the international break, he did get an extra time match as well. So it is, a bit concerning. Do you really want to sacrifice that? Do you really want to risk him getting injured again against, when you have a team like PSG coming up.
Just very quickly, do you think the international break came at the worst time, coming off of those 2 wins?
I don't know. We had this debate so many times last year, too, or even 2 years ago when we were doing this, and Xavi came in, and then the first international break, I think it was in November, he got to work with the team for the first time, and they came out looking great, and then all of a sudden they were playing great, then they had another break, and then they fell off after that, and there was the one last year when Koundé got injured, and I think Araujo got injured too. It was just, you never know how it's going to go with these. So let's see. This isn't a bad game for them to come back to, because it's one game and then it's another, what would you call it, 10 days off?
Well, yeah, exactly. The next game is the PSG game, but let's focus on tonight, and let's hear what our assistant coach had to say to Mar Brau earlier on.
Next to Oscar Hernandez, assistant coach of FC Barcelona. Hi, Oscar, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
13 days without football. The team is very looking forward for tonight's game, I expect. Important to win these 3 points and to be closer from Real Madrid in the standings.
See, it's very important after the FIFA break to win this match, to put pressure on Real Madrid, and we are here to get it.
Yesterday, Xavi said in press conference that it's no time to make a lot of changes because you have very time from the next game against Paris Saint-Germain. And if we take a look to the lineup, it's very clear that you are very confident for some of these players. Instead, they're playing a lot of minutes with their national teams.
Yeah, because we are in a good dynamic, and we have players in fit, so we don't have excuses. We have to continue like that, and we have to keep going. But we have to continue the same rhythm of the match of Nápoles and Atletico Madrid.
And the last one, Oscar, what kind of game do you expect? In the first leg, Las Palmas played with a very different kind of way of playing, with the defense very, very, very high. What kind of game do you expect? Very similar?
Yeah, it will be key to have the ball. We have to lose the ball easily. So, and we have to press high well to keep the ball, because Las Palmas is a team that wants the ball. They don't lose the ball easy. So who have the ball will have most chances to win the match.
Thank you, Oscar, and good luck.
Good luck, thank you.
The words of Oscar Hernandez only a few minutes before starting this crucial game against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas.
And we thank our assistant coach, Oscar Hernandez, for providing those answers in English as well. Great English, Oscar. He was mentioning the battle for the ball. That might be one of the what might happen today in the game. Las Palmas are a team that like to have possession under their coach García Pimienta. Let's take a look at their lineup. Valles will start in goal with Alex Suárez-Saúco con Mika Mármol and Cardona at the back. Loyodis, Javi Muñoz and Kylian Rodríguez in midfield, and up front it's Marvin Park and the two former Blaugranas, Sandro Ramírez and Munir El Khadi, who spent connected to score the Las Palmas goal back in January.
Yeah, when you look at this team as a whole, I know you're going to know what I'm talking about. Of course, we're talking about the Spider-Man meme. It's what it is. Yeah. It's one Spider-Man looking at another Spider-Man and saying, you're exactly the same, because when you look at their style, the way that they like to have the ball, the way that they like to interconnect passes in the midfield, it's basically just Barça, and a Barça that came up from the Segunda to play in La Liga EA Sports this year. That's what we're looking at. So it's kind of difficult, but also a little bit easier to prepare for a game like this.
And Alex, Las Palmas have recently gone through a bit of a slump. Their last 5 games, they haven't won any of them, but they have had an impressive season, this being their first coming up from the second division.
Yeah, definitely. It's I've been quite impressed with them and seeing them, especially when they're playing the football that they're playing. As you mentioned, playing a very Barcelona style of football is not the easiest, and I think they've done it quite well. But we have mentioned as well, I think this is a good match to have coming back from the international break for us, mainly to ease back into getting consistent rhythm in the league. But yeah, Las Palmas it's definitely not a team that you want to, you still have to fear them essentially because of the football that they're playing.
No, and it was definitely a tough contest when these two teams met in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. I've prepared a game for you guys.
Oh, okay.
As always, guess the player, past scorers against Las Palmas, and I want to get the fans involved as well. Ooh. Those of you watching on YouTube, on Facebook, on Discord as well. Give us your answers. What do you think? Let's play Guess the Player. Let's get the first one on our screen. There it is. I'll go with Alex first.
Oof.
This is from the 2015-16 season rather. And this player scored 2 goals that day. It was a 2-1 win for Barca.
I'm looking more at the body top. The first person that came to mind was Luis Suarez.
The first person that came to mind was Luis Suarez, okay. So I've got Peter Brandon saying Messi, Kids Gaming saying Neymar. Who else have we got here on the live chat? I've got another Neymar.
I thought Suarez also.
You thought Suarez also?
My first instinct, but
That was, yeah, no.
Got a few Messis, a few Neymars, and a few Suarez, and you guys would have been right. You guys are right.
go.
Yeah.
Starting off
Bravo
good.
for Alex on her debut. The correct answer is Luis Suarez. So let's reveal that on our screens. Fantastic. And Spencer, I've prepared a harder one for you.
of course
This is
you
the
have.
following season.
Lovely.
It's in a 5-0 win for Barca.
Ooh.
Messi scored that day, but that's not Messi. Luis Suarez scored that day, and that's not Luis Suarez. And then there were 2 other scorers.
Wow. I'm gonna have to go outside of the box with this one then. Like somebody that just isn't. Is it somebody that you wouldn't expect to score a goal?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he scored occasionally.
This could be very wrong, but then again, I guess that's the point. Samuel Umtiti.
Okay, you're going Umtiti. Pancake 006 is going Neymar. Lots of Neymars on here.
No.
No, I don't
But
know.
Lucy Mcavella, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and Perez Brandon are getting the right answer. Guys, let's reveal it on our screens because it is Arda Turan,
Oh.
the Turkish midfielder.
Wow. No, I wouldn't
That
have
is,
that.
yeah.
Got lots of Ardas. Blazek Nova as well. I had a few Piquets as well, but congratulations to those of you who got it right. And the last one, the last
18-19.
guest player.
Oh, no.
No, this is 17-18. The last time that
yeah.
Las Palmas visited the Spotify Camp Nou, then Camp Nou, and it was a 3-0 win with no fans because of the the situation that was going on in Catalonia with the police going after voters. But let's not get into that. A 3-0 win without fans in which Messi scored 2, but this other player scored 1. And this is for both of you. See who...
So, I was gonna, yeah. I mean, it looks like I'm cheating now, but I did think Coutinho.
That's what I was thinking
Coutinho,
because
yeah.
there was one season when he was there consistently.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going Coutinho, so is Deepak Kumar. Xavi Celestine is going Rakitic. The Kid AP3 is going Rakitic.
Ooh.
Daljit Singh is going Coutinho. Isaac Valenzuela is going Coutinho. I've got a couple of Dembeles as well. But Lucy has got it right again. And it is Sergio Busquets.
It looked like Coutinho.
It did.
Yeah. Sergio Busquets, not the most frequent of scorers, but he scored that day on the last day that Las Palmas visited Barcelona. They hadn't played in the first division since the 17-18 season. There was obviously the game this year earlier on in Las Palmas in which Barca really had to compete. Looking at tonight, guys, I have a question for you and for the fans, of course, which is who will the key player be? One of the options was only just on our screens. There he is right now. Another one is on our screens as well. I'm going with the 2 youngsters and with the man in form, Robert Lewandowski. Option 1, Cubarsí. Option 2, Lamine Yamal. Option 3, Robert Lewandowski. Who do you think the key player tonight will be? Fans, let us know on the live chats. Spencer, Alex, you go first.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
I think he's playing outstanding at the moment, and when you're playing against a team who plays very similar to you, especially when you're playing with the 5 midfield, I think the space that he's going to be attacking is going to be quite key to that. So I think he can be a really important player tonight.
Spence, we've got Pau Cubarsí on our screens. Is he your option?
No, but obviously he needs to play well tonight. Everybody needs to play well tonight. But I amongst those 3, I'm going to put Lamine at the top. But I think, just speaking more generally, what's important is that when you're playing a team like Las Palmas who really like to have the ball, the players up front are going to have to do a lot more running to put the pressure on the back line or the midfield of Las Palmas. That might not be Lewandowski's job. So somebody's going to have to run today, whether it's Lamine, or maybe Lewandowski, or maybe Fermin comes out and makes a couple of shooting runs every now and then, but they got to find a way to put the pressure on.
It's a split vote on the live chat. Mostly Lamines and Lewandowski's. I've got a great comment from Dyksamite, sorry, which is Kubarsi, which is one of the new chants at the Olympic stadiums, which I quite enjoy. Kubarsi. Rasafa Morina going 2, which would be Lamine Yamal. Jakub Trelinsky going 3, which would be Lewandowski. Who else have we got? Oh, Christoph going Gundogan. We've got Pepe Kobe or Leo going Lewandowski. We've got Kudi going Lamine. Just lots of answers and a split vote. And I think the great thing here is that we're putting Kubarsi and Lamine into the equation of being a key player. And it's not a hyperbole. It's not an exaggeration. We're not just like putting them in there for the sake of saying, oh, well, we've got 2 youngsters in the lineup. Let's offer them as options as key players. No, they do actually have big impacts on Barca's games.
Yeah, it's also not putting any additional pressure on them because they clearly don't feel much of that pressure. They just had their stints at the Spanish national team as well. And when you look at what Kubarsi does, when you talk about him specifically, I think a lot of people sometimes get lost in the idea that a defender has to be tall and big and brooding and strong, and that is all true, but he brings an element of tactical quality similar to the way that I see Eric Garcia coming in and making sliding tackles and having good timing and getting the ball out when it needs to be out. That's what he does really well, and that's why he's starting.
But at the age of 17, and I can see you nodding there, Alex.
Yeah, no, I think what's impressed me the most is the confidence. You know, you're 17, you're coming up to the first team, you know, in arguably the most important matches, as we've seen, and he has the confidence to be there, to be at the best. You know, we have a lot of injuries and we need, you know, people to step up. And at 17, if you're able to do that, you have the confidence to do that, then it's absolutely amazing.
Right, well, the players have headed into the dressing room, so let's go to the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic with Marc Brau, who has a quiz for us. Marc, let us know what you have.
We are also suffering for the second half because maybe the rain can be the main character in the second half. So I have so many questions for you. You know that I love to play with you. And also you can make your answers in our live chat just to know if you are the most known thing about this Barça Las Palmas. So the first question I want to have to you, you said what's the lineup of Las Palmas for tonight's game, but I want to know how many former Barça players are in Las Palmas squad. You can put the numbers, of course, in the live chat. So the options that I give to you are 4, 2, and 6. Robert, what do you think are the number?
Well, so we've got in the lineup, we've got Mika Marmol, we've got Sandro, we've got Munir. Sergi Cardona, I believe, was also in the academy, and Marc Cardona is on the bench. So that's got 5, and 5's not an option, so it's going to have to be 6.
Araujo.
Oh, Julian Araujo, of course. So 6. I'm going 6.
I see a lot of 4s in the live chat, but you give the good option. It's 6 because, as you said, Mika Marmol, Sandro Munir in the lineup. Sergi Cardona is not playing, but Marc Cardona is who plays in the Barça B, and Julian Araujo, of course, García Pimienta, the main coach, who played once with the first team of Barça in 1996. I have a second question. Of course, I want to return to January, first game of 2024. Barça won 2-1 against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas in Gran Canaria with a game-winning goal. Do you remember who scored the game-winning goal in Las Palmas? It was Robert Lewandowski, was it Gundogan or Ferran? 3 options. Also in the live chat you can put the player.
Well, I mean, who's taking this one? Is it Alex, Spence? I mean,
I think we should
got the easiest.
I think we should give the softball to the newbie.
I mean, come on, give it to Alex.
The things that I actually don't remember.
Oh, that was the easy one.
It's so bad. I know.
We've put you in the spotlight here now.
And I really can't remember.
Oh, well, sorry. Well, I mean, take a guess.
Take a guess.
It was a penalty.
Was it Lewandowski?
Gundogan.
Was it who?
Was it not Gundogan? If it's a penalty, then that one gave it away, basically.
Yeah.
In the live chat, we see a lot of people said the good option. Yeah, it was a penalty scored by İlkay Gündoğan in 92 minutes. It was, I remember, it was a very special moment, the first moment of 2024. Very penalty shoot, very quick for Gündoğan. So the last question for you is for Vitor Roque. Tonight is not starting, Vitor Roque is in the bench, but it was also a question in relation with that game in Las Palmas. So do you remember if Vitor Roque made his debut against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas? Is it true? Is it false? Or it's clearly and absolutely true? It's a little bit easy, this last question.
Spence. It's obviously true.
I don't know. Maybe it's only true.
We don't. Well,
It may only be
So
true.
which one is it?
Well, maybe I have a guest here. I have a guest here.
Hi guys, how are you?
Oh!
hi Irati. Oh, here we go. Wait, there she is. Hi
Yeah,
Irati.
Elise, hi, how are you guys?
Hi, Daddy.
Good.
We're fine. We're here in the studio. We're very envious of you, but well, Mark's saying it might rain there, so we might be
I
better
think
off
you
here.
have better weather there.
We hope no.
I have my umbrella ready.
What are you doing there?
I came to cover the game and also to say hi to you.
Nice. Spence,
Yeah.
anything to say?
Irati.
We've replaced Irati.
We hope that you come back one day.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've just done the quizzes, we've just done everything. Alex has done so
What?
much better than you did,
Yeah.
than you ever did, Irati.
Irati, do you ever guess the score?
Guess the score 2-0 for Barça.
That's what I said. See, we were always on the same page.
Always on the same
Always.
page. Well, thank you very much, Irati.
Nice to
The
see
question.
you and have a nice. What?
No, Mar Brau had a question for you.
Ah, okay. What I want to say is that it's beginning to rain, I think, so
Oh.
take care, Irati. So do you like the surprise for you, Robert? Bye, Irati.
Great
Do you like the
surprise.
surprise for you, Robert? Do you like the surprise? Is Irati for you? Just to say hello. He's
Great
a little
surprise.
bit busy. She's a little bit busy, but she want to say hello to you, Robert.
No, thank you very much for coming to say hi, Irati. And, well, I mean, if you've got any other guests, feel free. I mean, we always welcome everyone onto the show.
Okay, so you have a question for me? I don't know if you have a question. What I have for you?
No. The
I
question
have-
was, we never gave the answer.
Okay. It's obviously true.
Obviously.
True. Vitor Roque. Yeah, first game with Barça was this 4th January against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. So I don't have a lot of time because I have to go to the position behind goal just to follow also the reactions in the bench. But you know that I love numbers. I love
Yeah.
the stats. Spence knows. Alex didn't know maybe, but I love
No,
these
I know.
stats. So I will give you 3 numbers just to guess what those numbers can be. So the numbers for tonight's game are 403, 15, and 59. So what do you think those numbers are? One of those 3. Maybe one. Can you
403.
guess one?
Is it Ter Stegen performances, 400? Ter Stegen appearances, 403? Because I know he was recently around that number.
Well, not that way, but it's also by Ter Stegen, the first number. 403 are minutes without conceding goals in La Liga for Barça. So 4 consecutive clean sheets in La Liga against Getafe, Athletic Club de Bilbao, Mallorca, and Atlético de Madrid. So a lot of minutes without conceding any goal in the league. 15 are the goals scored in Montjuic in 2024. Last goal was scored by Lamine Yamal. And 59 are the days without Ferran Torres on the pitch. Maybe in the second half he can play a few minutes. So those are the numbers, the key numbers for tonight's game against Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. So I'm going behind the goal because the match is about to start.
Okay, take an umbrella with you, Mark, because you said
I will. Bye-bye.
it's starting to rain. Well, Mar Brau, his secret numbers.
I like that.
Yeah,
Like a secret number.
yeah. I mean, he's a stats guy. He's got numbers floating around in his head, that Mar Brau. Right, what have we got to do? Oh, I've got to remind everyone. Barça 1. Barça 1 is coming very soon to not a cinema near you, to, all of your homes. We have Barça 1 launching this next week. Where can you find it? On the live chat. You've got a link that's pinned there. It's a pinned comment that you can click on. You register, and when Barça Live comes out this next week, you will have it on your phone. You can have it on your smart TV as well, and you'll have all sorts of stuff. You'll have the game highlights, obviously. You'll have live shows like this one. You'll have past matches. You'll have some of the kids matches, La Masia matches. You'll have documentaries, new series coming out soon. Spence, you already registered?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Are you waiting for what's about to happen this next week?
With bated breath.
Alex, I hope you download it this next week.
I will.
Okay.
I have registered. I'm ready. I'm just have the counter on.
And I want everyone on the live chat to register as well. Click on the link that you've got there on the live chat. It's just super easy. It's going to be free for everyone. Raise your hand if you've already downloaded it, if you've got it on your phones, if you're waiting for it. Raise your hands with the emoji on the live chat and let us know. And let us know what you'd like to see on Barca 1 as well. Why don't we do a bit of a refresher? Look, wait a minute, the album. I'm interested in promoting this one because I'm one of the script writers for the album. And I think Origins Araujo was on there a minute ago, and our editor Pep Moledo is one of the script writers for that show as well. So we need to promote that as well. So content coming from everywhere. Guys, lineup. Edgar, I need a bit of tense music. Let's refresh the lineup here because there are less than 4 minutes to go in this game, and I think the fans need a bit of, need to start feeling the tension of this game because we've had 2 weeks off and we're all loose here. A bit of tense music, and Barca tonight in this game at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic will be facing Las Palmas, and starting with ter Stegen in goal, with Jules Koundé at the back, Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez and Joao Cancelo at the back. We've got Ilkay Gundogan, Fermín and Sergi Roberto in midfield. We've got Lamine, Lewandowski and Rafinha up front. From 1 to 10, live chat, let us know what's your grade for this starting 11 that Xavi Hernandez has put out there. For me, it can never be a 10 out of 10. And I don't think it can be a 9 out of 10 because we've got just so many injured players. But it's an 8.5 out of 10.
Why can't it be a 10 out of 10?
Because perfection it doesn't exist. And we've got so many players out injured anyway. I mean, it's just heartbreaking not to have Pedri, Gavi, Frenkie, Balde, all of them available at least. But no, it's high grades. 8.5 out of 10 for me.
I'll give it a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah, I think there's room to inject more opportunity into this lineup once we get into the second half too. Depends how this game goes. I mean, if they're very capable of coming out and scoring a couple of goals in the first half and basically putting the game away. But let's see how it goes.
And the players are stepping on to the pitch. We've got a few grades coming in. Black Wolf going 8 out of 10. Rakif going 10 out of 10. Tandika going 10 out of 10 as well. So positive attitude, Alex.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to go for 8. Yeah. I think it's possibly the best possible scenario with all the injuries that we have. But with the injuries, it's not a 10 out of 10. But it is probably one of the best lineups that we can with the players available at the moment.
And the anthem going off at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. It's a countdown until the game, and what we haven't done yet, and what we forgot to do the other day, Spencer Siegel, you weren't here, well, neither was Alex, obviously, but because tonight is her first night here, we forgot to guess the score.
Oh, well, I'm always ready for that.
Why don't we go ahead and do that? You go first.
I'm going to go for a 2-0, like I said we were talking about with Irati. I'm in for 2-0, and I think... if you want me to say who I think is going to score, I think Fermín's going to get one today, and the second one I'm not sure, but I think it's Fermín from close to or outside of the box.
Okay.
Alex, I think, very optimistic on your first night here.
Yeah, I think a 4-1. I think I'm going to go all in for the first night. I think it's definitely possible, but we'll see if I regret what I say.
I'm going with 4 as well for Barca, but with a clean sheet for ter Stegen, looking to extend that run of minutes without conceding a goal to 493. It's now 4 games that Barca have managed to keep a clean sheet. I see that Marbrau is going for a 3-1. By the way, we need a photograph of both Marbrau and Alex. We need to sort that out for the next game, which will be in a week and a half. I mean, this sort of scheduling is a bit weird now, isn't it?
It's too long. It's too much time.
Yeah. I've got a 3-1 here. I've got Alia going for a 3-0 win. Hi, Alia. Who else? I've got Bonchil saying from Indonesia, Biskal Barça. I'm going 4-1 for Master 1994. So plenty of optimism. Another 3-1 coming in here. DJ Ale going 0-0. Why? No, we don't want that. We don't want to endure that. And the game is about to start, but there will be a minute of silence before the game. Oh, for Francisco Lopez, one of the players from the 80s, very briefly played in the first team for Barca and passed away sadly during this international break. So, of course, positive thoughts and prayers out for him and his family. This respectful minute of silence at the Olympic Stadium. Right, guys, obviously sad when former players pass away, and passed away quite young, unfortunately. Plenty of optimism on the live chat. Keep it coming, guys. Moledo and Mauri, let me know when I can go to Marbrau whenever he's ready, or Marbrau storm in whenever whenever you want to. The players about to get the ball rolling, and that was a tough affair against Las Palmas back in the month of January.
They're a tough team, man. I mean, you haven't asked us yet much about Las Palmas, but we can get into it in the first half. I have to say, I was one of the first people. I covered them a lot in the Segunda the last 2 years. I didn't think, as we kick off here, I didn't think that they would be able to maintain this level of play at this level based on the style that they were playing, because it's basically the Barça style, but with players who just don't have as much talent as the Barça players, or as much of a salary level. And give them credit. Give García Pimienta credit. They've hung in because of the quality of their players.
Right, well, we just saw initially high pressure from the Barca players, forcing a Las Palmas mistake. Is what we like to see. It's what we've seen over the couple of weeks, basically ever since Xavi announced that he was leaving. It did have that desired effect, the announcement. Yeah,
definitely, especially when you're playing against a team again that like to keep as much possession as we do. The key is to get the ball yourself. So essentially a high press is always going to be the way to go, but whether it's just going to be for the start of the match or whether it's going to be for the longevity of the match, that's one to find out.
Let's see, with Fermin and Lewandowski leading the press up high. Barca recovering through. Pau Cubarsí mounting the quick attack. Oh, Lewandowski didn't realize he had the whole box to himself. Right behind. Here's a chance for Rafinha. And it's cleared away by the Las Palmas defense. A bit of uncertainty in the Las Palmas first few touches. Now, here's Park with the cross inside. Over to Stegen, and Koundé's going to clear for a corner kick. Kicking it out to safety.
Well.
Yeah.
If this 90 seconds is any way we're going to see the 90 minutes, it's going to be a pretty open game.
Yeah, it's going to be non-stop.
Wow.
Let's go to the first corner kick, which will be crossed in by Sandro Ramirez. First 2 minutes of the game, and the cross comes in, cleared by the Barca defense. The shot by Kirian, blocked. Las Palmas keeping the ball on the edge of Barca's box, out wide to the right. In comes the cross, and Pau Cubarsí with a strong clearance, Marbrau.
Hi guys, how are you?
I can hear you.
I have bad news for me, not for you.
What's the bad news?
It's start to rain.
Oh.
So not a lot, yeah. I know,
sad.
I'm the lucky one because I'm next to the pitch and I'm in the stadium. I can smell the grass. But of course, all the meteorology, I can control this. So it's a little bit rainy today. For the moment, I can say that there's a lot of fans in the stands. It's something that maybe can be a problem today because there's a lot of people outside on holiday. But it's a good entrance. At the halftime, we will have number of fans tonight, so maybe we can play. How many people are tonight here in Montjuic?
Well, we'll see. We'll play with the attendance numbers. Marbrau saying that, well, it's a positive attendance. I think people are all of a sudden excited now after that Napoli win, then followed by the Atlético de Madrid win at the Metropolitano. Now everyone is starting to feel like, oh, there might be something here, and we're heading into a big match against PSG. Lewandowski with a chance. Oh, Lewandowski.
It's offside, guys.
Offside, okay. Offside, okay. A quick chance there for Lewandowski. Off of the turnover. Rafinha with the high press.
Yeah,
Where's the recovery there.
We said people need to be running and running and running, and yeah, there it is. Rafinha winning it back, and indeed Lewandowski. Nothing he can do about that.
No.
Offside. But But this is working, and this is very similar to the start that Atletico de Madrid had against Las Palmas.
Yeah.
I did that game
Okay.
3 weeks ago, and Las Palmas had no answer for the high press, and they were loose at the back. The first 2 goals they conceded in the first half, they turned the ball over really high, Atleti did, so this is a good start for Barça.
Careful here. The cross coming in, and it is raining at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Wow. Barca recovering the ball in defense. Look at that.
Can you see how much it's
downpour.
rainy in the image? Okay, we don't have the image right now, but it's raining heavy. It's raining heavy.
Yeah, we
right
saw
now. So sorry for commenting just only the rain, but it can be something important for today's game. Spence said that was quite similar for Barca suffered against Atletico de Madrid. This start of the game, it remembers me for the first leg. Do you remember that Las Palmas played with the defense very high? So with a lot of sprays behind the centre back. So take care.
Careful
There
here,
we go. High press
Fermin
again.
winning it back through to Lewandowski. Is he on? Tried to feed Rafinha, Lewandowski! And it's
Offside.
offside.
No.
Offside, guys.
It's offside.
From who?
Where's my flag?
Where's your flag?
I think
Is there
I
a
think it
flag?
might be round the back there somewhere. You can go and get it.
I'm going to take a look. I think it's
We
in
have
that
to
drawer.
wait for the
Who's
bar,
offside
guys.
there, though?
Okay.
We have to wait.
Yeah, Lewandowski's offside.
Clearly, yeah.
Clearly offside, Lewandowski. As Barca had scored their first goal, which also reminds me, guys, what we haven't done is, have you found it?
Nope.
No?
I think it might be round the back there. You go find it. No, not that. Not the
My
horn.
bandera. Well, oh well.
Spencer's
I thought
bandera.
I brought it, so somebody stole it. Okay, no big
Spencer's
deal.
banderas. Oh, it might be round the back there, Spence. You go fetch
We'll
it.
give it a try.
Spence looking for his props, and Barca keep on attacking. Rafinha trying to feed Lewandowski inside the box. The Las Palmas defense reject this. Spence has gone into the back there
There
to
it
find
is.
his bandera. There we go. There comes the assistant referee. Round of applause for Spence. He found it. We
Was
hit it.
Was
You
he
found it.
offside?
He was offside.
He was, yeah. I mean, hopefully you don't have to use that too much.
And he drops the flag. Right, what we haven't asked, guys, is who's going to be the first scorer in this game? We usually do the 3 options, or the 3 players up front as Las Palmas attack. Careful here.
Yeah.
Ubarci's gone down, and there's a free kick inside of Barca's box. Foul called against Las Palmas. No trouble there for Pau Ubarci. As he recovered well. Oh, it was Gundogan, sorry. Gundogan had come back to defend. And Barca playing from behind. So, first scorer, guys. We usually go with the 3 up front. Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha. 1 for Lewandowski, 2 for Lamine Yamal, 3 for Rafinha. Live chat, let us know your thoughts. Alex Ibafeta, let me know your thoughts.
I mean, not going to go for the obvious. I think I'm going to give it to Rafinha.
Okay.
Based on the way the first couple of minutes of this game have started, I see Lewandowski getting a goal.
Yeah.
You see Lewandowski getting go. Oh,
My
I'll go Lamine then.
My Fermin goal will come later.
I'll go Lamine to split the vote. Marc Brau, who will score the first goal for Barca tonight?
Maybe Lewandowski, because I have more questions for Lewandowski. It's not there's a stat also, but you know that there's only 4 teams in the league
I read this.
who hasn't received a goal by Lewandowski, and Las Palmas is one of these 4 teams.
Ooh.
Yeah, I read this stat. One of them is Almeria.
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
You know the other ones?
Real Madrid is another one where he scored
Really?
against them in the Supercopa.
Yeah,
but
it's in the Super Cup, but not in the league, so it didn't count.
and I can't remember the other one.
Cádiz?
Oh, careful. The option here for Las Palmas inside the box.
I was speechless because of this.
Yeah.
When I-
Muniro
when I
Cádiz
say
with the
it's
chance.
fine.
No, it wasn't Cádiz because he scored against Cádiz
No,
last
Granada.
season.
Granada.
Okay.
Granada, he didn't score against Granada in away and at home. No, at home, yeah. At home he scores against Granada. No, Getafe is the team. Getafe, yeah. So it's Almeria, Getafe, and Real Madrid, and the 4th one is Las Palmas.
To be fair, nobody has scored against Getafe.
Well, yeah. Well,
Except
in
for the last
Getafe, it's
game.
been 2-0-0s. This season we won. We
Yeah.
beat them 4-0 at
Yeah,
the
that was
Spotify. No, not the Spotify Camp Nou. Sorry, at the Olympic Stadium. But yeah, let's see if Lewandowski. He scored against. He's played against 22 teams. Has scored against 18 of them in La Liga.
It's not too bad, is it?
Good stats for our Polish striker. Who, by the way, congrats to Lewandowski.
Congrats to Poland.
congrats to Poland. Should we give
Yes.
Poland a round of
Yeah.
applause?
Yep.
Maybe if you're from Poland, put the Polish flag on the live chat and maybe raise your hand. Congrats to you guys for qualifying for the Euros. An intense week and a half for Robert Lewandowski, as you said. He
Yeah.
played like
120
90 minutes,
All of it.
120 minutes,
Yeah,
penalty shootout.
yeah, not not light work for Lewandowski with Poland doing his international break, and not light work now that he has to score against Las Palmas to
Exactly.
get his numbers up.
Careful here. Gundogan, trying to feed it through to Lamine Yamal, who was making the run, but the ball bounced off of the back of Lewandowski. Sort of reminding me of the equaliser that Barca scored in Las Palmas. Do you remember the clearance from the Las Palmas defence, which went right into Robert Lewandowski's face and
Right.
gave Barca the
Yeah.
second option?
And that's kind of how they've been conceding some goals against big teams this year. It's just a comedy of errors. They had a lead against Real Madrid in the Canary Islands. They conceded too late. They had a lead against Barça. A couple of the ones I was mentioning in their 5-0 defeat against Atleti, they were loose on the ball, and their back line looks a little bit vulnerable today so far, we have to say.
Against Las Palmas, Barça completed one of the 6 comebacks that Barça had this season. 6 comebacks. The first of the year, of course, was the first game of 2024. So one of the 6 comebacks was against them.
And there's also a great stat, Mark. I think that Barca are the team that have won the most points after scoring after the 85th minute as well.
Yeah,
Barca scoring very late in some games.
Yeah, we count all the competitions. 25 goals. If the game is starting in minute 75, Barca
Would
has
be
to be
league
the
leaders.
champion. Have to be the champion. Yeah, 25 goals scored this season, the last 15 minutes in all competitions. 21 in the league. I think there's a lot of minutes.
Yeah, 14 points won.
They just showed an image of Xavi in his box,
Which
and
is his second home, really.
Yeah,
it looks.
at
I was
this
going to say
point.
it looks like the
This
beginning of a
season.
very sad romantic movie.
But it's good for him.
Well, the rain
because
makes it better as well.
Yeah, now it's raining like there's no tomorrow here. You know that last month in Catalonia we didn't have a lot of rain, so we pray a little bit just to have rain. So all the payments are completing in today. Okay, this is
All
a
in one
message
day.
for
Oh,
everyone.
wow.
Look at the downpour.
And
That's
I think-
fantastic.
I think I speak for every person who is non-native to the Catalan language that one of the best words in Catalan, which is rain. Hold on.
Careful. Here,
Hold on.
Lewandowski trying to feed
no.
it through to Fermin, but Saúl Coco clears for Las Palmas.
One of the best words in Catalan is pluja,
which means
rain.
Yeah.
It's, for me, non-native, love it. Love the word pluja.
you love the way it sounds, right?
It just kind of mixes in your mouth like peanut butter, you know, pluja. It just,
It just
it's
works.
just in there, yeah.
Well, there you go. Your Catalan lesson by Spencer Siegel. Maybe.
Do you want to come here, Spence? Just to know if you really like Pluja
Experience that
or not.
I'm
In a
very
day like
happy
today.
being under a roof right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, at the moment, no real clear chances for Barca apart from the disallowed goal, of course, although I do like that we're seeing the high press and trying to force Las Palmas mistakes. Las Palmas tried to hit Barca in transition a couple of times, but so far, not a lot to go
Not
on.
entirely. I think it's what Spence said before. They're not a team that has the high quality that you would see in a Barcelona team. So those counterattacks, those transitions, they're not going to be as clean as it would need to be against a team like Barcelona.
Here is a 50-50 ball in midfield. Barca looking to regain possession. Lewandowski knocked over, and it's a foul.
It's knocked down, Robert. He's just holding on the grass. It's been a tough action.
Tough challenge by Mika Marmol,
Yeah.
the former Barca B defender.
Oof.
Mika Marmol
Oh,
played,
yeah.
played once with first team of Barca. Remember that day? It was against Getafe. It was, I don't remember, it was the last game away in the first Xavi season, 2022.
Yeah.
And Mika Marmol played that game. Do you remember that game? It was a game without any options, any atoms for the teams.
It was the second to last game of the
Barca.
season, and it was the most boring game of the season because they were already in the Supercopa. They were going to finish second, and it was bad. It was bad.
Look at that. Well, people enjoying themselves at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. What a night to go.
Maybe
Barcelona.
Yeah.
when the
Nearly
Spotify
month of April.
when the Spotify Camp Nou is complete,
They'll
and
be, they'll be a bit more
I
comfortable.
was gonna say, and they got the roof over their heads, that'll be a lot nicer.
Manuel, first yellow card of the game.
Yeah, first yellow card, but I have a little problem here because I'm with Paul, and we are trying to put the umbrella in the good position, as you can see in the image before. There's a lot of water, but yeah, it was the first yellow card, and of course, I have to say that I don't have any idea of what player of Las Palmas has received this.
What's this?
Look at that!
What are people doing?
They didn't come ready for this.
Really?
I'm being told that
Yeah.
Noah's Ark has arrived.
Sergio
my
Cardona
God.
was the first yellow card of the game.
Where are they going? They're not leaving.
No, they're
No.
trying to go up higher to
to be
get
under
themselves
some
under a
kind
roof.
of, yeah, basically.
Wow.
But this
Amazing.
is if you are in the first stand, because you have in the second stand, you don't have any option to cover.
I want to get the
know,
rain emoji on the live chat. Let's do it.
Look out, Robert,
Oh.
because the flag's
Oh,
probably
wait,
going to
wait,
come
wait.
up, but it's not up
Sandro
yet.
with a chance.
Not yet.
Shot
Yeah.
deflected.
Okay.
Right, I'm going on the live chat here. And
There we go.
going to help me, Spence?
With the rain,
Rain emojis.
the Pluja emoji.
Plugia emojis. Downpour.
I'm a little. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in people here. Like, generally, it doesn't rain a whole lot in Catalonia.
Yeah?
So
No.
when it does, people get a little scared.
I'm ultra happy that it's raining at the Olympic Stadium. Now we need it to start raining goals for Barca.
There you go.
Hopefully.
Let's see. 15 minutes played, and of course, I mean, with the amount of
Oh, what a
what
switch.
Is that
what a long
Cubarsí?
ball by
My
Pau
God.
Cubarsí.
And what a
Barca with a
touch.
chance here. Lewandowski driving
Go on.
inside, looking for the shot. Lewandowski, it's
Oh.
saved by Valles. A second opportunity. Cancelo trying to put it in, and it
That
goes.
cross and first touch deserved a goal.
Wow.
Yep. Of course, it was Cubarsí.
What?
Long ball by Pau Cubarsí. Lewandowski onside.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a dime.
That touch as well.
Absolute dime. And we haven't talked about Valles yet.
Oh,
No.
one of the best
He is,
keepers this season.
for
in La
me,
Liga.
he has been the single best keeper in La Liga EA Sports. Better than Ter Stegen, only because Ter Stegen hasn't played as much.
Well, yeah, they missed a long stretch.
Yeah.
First corner kick for Barca. The header goes wide.
Cubarsí.
Pau Cubarsí, yes.
I gave a stat at the beginning of the show, and I think it's very important just to understand what is happening with Pau Cubarsí. The first game with Pau Cubarsí in the lineup was against Osasuna. It was the last game of January. So between this game and tonight's game, there's only one game without Pau Cubarsí in the lineup. It was the first leg against Napoli. So what does it mean? 9 consecutive games in the league starting. Remember, 17 years old for this centre
Yeah.
back.
It's quite an impressive stat.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad at all. I mean, it's. I was quite surprised that Xavi put him in the lineup in the return game against Napoli, but
Yeah.
he's clearly earned his minutes.
I think for most people, and I'm not trying to speak for everybody, but just in general, it's a lot harder for the casual fan to evaluate a defender's talent level compared to somebody
Yeah.
like Fermin or Lewandowski, who are putting the
It's more visual.
shots
Yeah.
on target that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see easily. But Cubarsí actually makes it easier to understand because you're seeing him do these things every
Yeah.
game.
By the way, I'm starting to hear the rain here as well.
Yeah.
No.
On the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the roof, fortunately for us. I'm hoping it's not
that-
going to start to drip in here. But yeah.
That's quite intense.
Yeah, it is quite intense. Yeah. I can hear it
Yeah.
trickling down the tubes as well. Hopefully, hopefully there are no leaks in the roof.
No.
Barca Studios were kept nice and patched up while everybody was gone, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
nothing's.
yeah.
We're not going to have like.
And we don't want anything or any rain to ruin our nice apartment if we can show it. I mean, look at all those photographs and all the decorations we have up, the lovely flooring we've got as well. I mean, we don't want any rain to ruin that this lovely set. By the way, guys, if you love our set, maybe drop a heart in the live chat. Let us know. Do you like our new set? We might do a new tour around the set. Oh, Mauri wants me to do the heart.
Cubarsí again, eh?
Yeah.
He did it again.
Hearts, if you like. Oh, hearts.
Oh,
Oh, careful here.
okay.
A beautiful feed for Lewandowski, battling
Go
for
on.
it. Rafinha. Vamos!
Boom.
Vamos!
I did say Rafinha.
You
My
did say Rafinha.
My essay.
Vamos. And Barca take the lead at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. 18 minutes played. Oh, Spencer's off.
Oh, the.
Thank you very much. Was it worth it?
Yeah, I was expecting for more.
Right, well, is the goal going to count or not? But let's see the replay here. Lewandowski lets it roll.
That looks good.
Fermin
Yeah.
plays it through. Lewandowski's on. Lewandowski's the one who battles for
That's
it.
good. Everything's
Goes
good.
off of a
Yeah.
defender,
No,
and Rafinha
absolutely
scores.
brilliant.
I reckon that's all good.
That's
Or is it not?
Wait, what are we? What?
Is
Has
it?
it been disallowed?
What are we
No
checking?
way.
What's being
VAR check. Do you think that goal should count, live chat? Do you think that goal
It's
should count? I
not
think
for offside. It can't be.
Rafinha was offside early
Rafinha
in
was
the
offside,
play,
but the pass was
but
not
then it
intended
was exactly,
for him.
He wasn't part of the play.
What?
Did he say Lewandowski was off?
How is it offside?
Pero amigo.
Who is offside?
Now we're
How?
showing Xavi. That's never
Yeah.
good.
He's gonna get
Goal
another red from that.
disallowed, it seems. Yeah, it's a positional offside.
Yeah.
It would seem. Oh, they're still reviewing it.
Yeah.
They're still reviewing it.
Rafinha had no
Clear goal, says
interaction in that.
Rubinka. Sajid says clear goal.
Who's
Is
our
it-
referee today, by the way?
Well, we'll go to Marc Rauw in a
I-
second, and he'll let us know. But let's see.
Offside.
Offside.
Offside? Marc?
Do you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
Offside.
I was talking a few seconds ago. It's because it's offside, but
Yeah, no, I
it's,
know.
It's
But-
the bar. It's the bar who acting. After all, the referee was speaking with the ball action, but the offside set by the referee is by Lewandowski in the beginning of the action. So it's not for the assistant. It's the bar. Yeah, in the beginning of the action, the first
Oh.
ball.
When he lets the ball pass.
Yeah, no, when Lewandowski's fighting with the center back of Las Palmas for the ball, he's fighting for the position, so they say that there's an offside position.
We're gonna need a replay.
I know.
In the meantime,
But
just go
in the
score another
meantime,
goal.
Lamine
I
Yamal
know.
driving forward. Lamine Yamal dispossessed.
I was quite happy I got the Rafinha guesses.
Yeah, I
as
know,
well.
I know, I know.
I was so happy,
I blew the horn for nothing.
Yeah.
basically.
I don't know if you see an image, a clear image, but what the players are saying to the referee is that Robert Lewandowski is going to the ball but fighting the position, but he's not clearly offside.
No. But Marc,
that's-
we've just got the image. It's Rafinha's positional offside that they're showing us.
But that ball is
wasn't-
played.
Exactly.
That ball is played through to Lewandowski, who's battling with Saul Coco.
Yeah.
Then, off of that battle, the ball ends up in Rafinha's feet, but it's a whole new play, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's,
it is.
That's not an
So
offside.
what we want to say is the subjective option. It's not objective, because if the ball is going to Lewandowski, but Lewandowski is not touching the ball,
Well,
the
he's
ball is
battling for the
Rafinha.
ball.
Yeah, but
Dude,
okay, but
that's-
Rafinha is not in offside in the
Exactly.
first part
That's
of the play.
bad.
We're
man.
agreeing. We're agreeing.
That's
So what
really
the referees
bad.
say, what the referees say, maybe, is that the ball is finally to Rafinha, and instead Lewandowski is not touching the ball. It's Saul Coco. Rafinha has an offside position who gives the opportunity to score.
That's
but it's
really
very
bad.
subjective.
Yeah.
No, that's really bad
Yeah.
refereeing.
That's
You
quite-
have
yeah.
to say, like,
It's like a whole second play. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's completely different.
I hate talking about the referee. I'm so sick of it. Like, I don't want to do it, but that
Yeah.
is not an offside. Like,
should not be an
ask
offside.
any
No.
objective football fan, that can't be
Should
an
not-
offside.
should
What are
not
we
be-
doing?
Should
Yeah.
not be an offside. Anyway, though, it's still 0-0. Still 0-0. So
yeah.
Barca have had 2 goals disallowed already. The first, we all agreed that should have been an offside.
Yeah.
Second, we're in a bit of disagreement. Maribel, by the way, who is the referee?
Mateo Busquets Ferrer is not
You,
family of Sergio Busquets or Carlos Busquets, as we can see in the last
Or
action.
Marta Busquets?
He's not,
He's
a
not.
Barca fan. Yeah, it was the referee. He was the referee of the first leg against Alaves. Barca won 2-1 with a penalty goal scored by Lewandowski. He's very young, 30 years old, on this referee, so I don't have any references. but you know my opinion of all the referees, so maybe it has to be bad, as we can see in the last minutes.
I'm going to look it up.
But I have an important story for him. He was refereeing 2 categories behind 2 years. So in 2 years, he arrives to the first division. It's incredible.
He's rocketed up.
I was going to say he probably officiated some Las Palmas games
Careful here,
last year.
Rafinha, a chance, and Rafinha goes over, tumbling, flying in the end. That should be a red card. Red card for the Las Palmas keeper for Valles, and this could be very important.
Yep.
Unless Rafinha was offside initially, which I guess not. Oof, Rafinha went flying over very dangerously. He sort of flipped in the air after the challenge.
That landing didn't look great either.
Rafinha is complaining a lot.
Yeah, the medical or the medics are being called on. Alvaro Valles had to gamble there. Came out of his box.
Valles is not saying anything. So when a player don't say anything and a player is with the head down, he knows that he.
Onside.
Yeah. He's offside. Sorry, onside rather. He's in a legal position. The ball is played through by Sergi Roberto. Great ball, by the way.
Yeah.
And what they're looking at now is to see if Gundogan fouled as Barca recovered, but he didn't get the ball, and it's a clear.
That's a clear
it's
red.
a clear foul by Valles on Rafinha. So Las Palmas will be reduced to 10 players after the sending off of their keeper. And we'll see how Garcia Pimienta adjusts. And I mean, you see the reaction of Oscar Hernandez there. He was sort of scared of seeing the landing of Rafinha. I think he's going to be all right. He managed to get his hands down on the ground first and finish the flip.
We were just talking about how great Valles has been all season, and this is actually a big chance for Barca, because if Barca could choose one player to leave the pitch for the rest of this game, that's who I would choose. I don't want him out there.
So now it's time.
Sorry, Mark. Let's take a look at the reaction of Oscar Hernandez after the action. See,
Senor.
It's like the emoji.
It's not
It's
only
like the
see a
emoji.
player flip
yeah.
It's not quite the surrender cobra. You know the surrender cobra?
I don't know the surrender cobra.
It's when a fan is really upset that his team or her team is losing at the end of a game, and they're like this.
Oh, yeah.
But this was different. It wasn't
it was a
bit more on the
a
attack.
concerned coach.
a concerned cobra. Yeah.
Mark, you were saying.
No, what I want to say is we have to take a look about the goalkeeper of Unión Deportiva Las Palmas, the new goalkeeper, because Valles played all the games in the league. And we have a story for the goalkeeper who will enter now. It's Aaron Escandey, who only played 2 games against Barça. Do you remember that game that Barça won Granada in the Cup with an extra time goals scored by Jordi Alba and Griezmann?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So Aaron was that goalkeeper. But of course, he was the goalkeeper of that game between Barça and Granada in Camp Nou. If Barca have won that game, maybe he won the league in 2021. Granada defeat Barca 2-1 in Camp Nou. It was a COVID time, without fans in the stands, and Aaron also played that game.
And go ahead.
No. I was I just saw a comment on the live chat asking, is it a penalty for those who aren't watching the match? Is it a penalty? No, it's a sending off of the Las Palmas goalkeeper. Thank you for the shot in my hand. Look. Ah, where is it? Anyway, I'm no longer allowed to play. There it is. Right, the goalkeeper has been sent off, but it was outside of the box. It's not a penalty. Mauri's back, by the way, one of our directors.
Yes.
He'll come back occasionally for a gig or two, and he has a fascination with my hands and fingers.
Because they're very strange. As much as we love
Straight to the point.
We love your hands. They're just,
Yeah.
they belong in Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Well, I'm going to use my hands to show you how many players Las Palmas will be playing with. No, it's 10. 10 players Las Palmas will be playing with, because the substitution has been Munir for the replacement keeper, Aaron Escandey. Munir, who scored against Barça.
And by the way, because we're so good at coming up with anecdotes and stories about the backup keeper for Las Palmas, Aaron Escandel, in his season so far this year, I'm going to wait until the free kick is taken
the free kick is going to be taken. Rafinha will swing it in. Oh, he's going straight for goal.
Corner.
And it's a corner as it goes off of the wall.
The only other time that a Las Palmas player has been sent off this season by Ferrer Busquets, the referee,
Okay.
was Escandel from the bench.
Oh.
Really?
There you go.
Okay.
And I have a question for you, but after the corner.
After the corner kick. It's a corner kick for Barca. 28th minute, 0-0. Barca have had 2 goals disallowed already. Lamine, back to Rafinha. Rafinha with Gundogan. Gundogan, the little chip
it's
inside
nice.
for Rafinha, who sets it up in the middle.
No.
Pinball situation.
And
Las
another
Palmas
offside.
clear, offside.
Great save for his first touch.
The question for you and also for the live chat can be
Go.
very interesting. So what do you prefer? To score the goal by Rafinha, 1-0 for Barça, but Las Palmas with 11? Or this 0-0, but with Las Palmas with 10 players? What is
it's your-
better for Barça?
It's your ultimate Paris 2006 question, Marbrau, because what would you have preferred that day?
What do you
if the
prefer?
Julie goal counted or Jens Lehmann being sent off? Ultimately, Barca won, but they had to suffer because then Arsenal with 10 men managed to score first, and we did suffer during that game. I would have preferred the Rafinha goal to count and play against 11.
I would have preferred
Yeah.
the first one to count, but that's a different story.
That wasn't one of the options.
No, clearly.
But yeah, I'd rather play against 11 but be 1-0 up. Obviously.
I think I'm with you. It's definitely going to be a different game now. Maybe not as enjoyable to see Las Palmas play with 10 players as 11. I think Barça are going to dominate a lot more now. Maybe would have suffered a bit more with 11 players, but it would have been, I think, a better match than what it would be now.
And the live chat is being inundated with red cards. And it was a red card for Alvaro Valles. What I was going to say, yeah, of course, we'll see now how this affects the Las Palmas approach. Maybe, of course, they won't be as brave. Maybe they'll try and sit back, sit tight, hang on, try and close down spaces, and maybe even make it a bit more difficult for Barca to try and penetrate, to try and find those spaces inside the box.
Yes, but Las Palmas are not very comfortable
They're not a team designed to do
without
that.
the
Yeah.
ball. So this should play to Barca's advantage more than, for example, if Getafe had a man sent off.
Yeah.
Alia has got avocados on the live chat. I'm sad to tell you, Alia, I am not wearing the avocado socks.
What are you doing with your life?
I'm saving them for Paris.
That's fair.
They're sort of like warming up.
It is like good
in
luck
the
socks,
drawer.
or-
In the drawer.
But yeah, the story is I have lucky avocado socks,
Okay.
which have mostly worked. But no, I've got Iniesta socks on today. They should
Robert,
help.
I remember that we have a big discussion. I'm just thinking about the goal done allowed to Rafinha.
Yeah.
Do you remember the discussion that we had in the Barca studios with goal scored by Borja Iglesias in Sevilla with Betis? Do you remember that?
No.
It was the same action. It was a pass directly to a player who is not in offside position, but that player didn't touch the ball. So Isco finally scored the goal. So it's the same action. In that day, the goal was conceded. So here we can understand why today is not conceded.
I sort of remember what Marbrau is referencing. It's the,
Yeah.
the Betis Madrid game, right?
We got no Betis Barça.
Oh, Betis Barça.
Yeah, but we got a very high discussion with you, Robert. I
Oh
don't-
yeah, no, yeah. Sometimes discussions with Marbrau can get heated because he always sees like the Barca are being chased by
See,
referees.
As we can see today.
I'm not going to go that far. I think the game gets officiated, and I think calls are wrong sometimes. That happens. I thought. I mean, we'll look at that one again, and later. To me,
But
seems pretty
Marbrau likes to
obvious.
see manos negras,
Yeah.
black hands. That doesn't make sense anymore.
No, it doesn't
No,
quite
not the
translate.
same.
It doesn't. Does it have? What would the direct translation be?
They like
Referees that alter the
yeah.
course of competition. I mean,
I gotta think about that.
They've got a motive, right? Or
Yeah, but
Hidden
let's not
agenda.
go
we're
down
not going
that
there.
road.
We're not going there.
Let's-
We're not going there.
I don't.
But yeah, no, there
Like
are
that.
there are inconsistencies in calls that have been made throughout the league, and as Marbrau was referencing, there was a goal that counted for Real Betis on the day that we played them, and today Rafinha's goal was
Go on,
disallowed.
then.
Barca attacking. Koundé will pick up the rejection by the Las Palmas defense. Lamine Yamal looking for
baby.
space. He's made
Oh,
a
yeah.
run. He can put a cross inside. He cuts back to his left foot. Lamine Yamal trying to make progress,
Took too
and
long.
the Las Palmas defense, who Cardona managed to clear.
Is it almost halftime? No.
No,
Well,
33 minutes, 12 minutes.
Sorry, I saw the time wrong for a second. But can I say a thing talking about the officiating?
Yeah.
Can I just say a thing?
As a former assistant referee?
Center referee, thank you. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate that. I do have my flag, but I also have my red card in my pocket.
Okay.
Saving that one.
I just think that the officiating in Spain is...
Careful, the header! Off of the crossbar. Off of the crossbar, a great chance there for Barça. It was
Lewandowski.
Rafinha with the cross, Lewandowski with the header. Fermin going at it again. Lamine on the corner of the box. It's not the best cross he'll ever put in, but Lewandowski has a chance
Off
with
a
the
clip.
volley. He
Oof.
goes over the crossbar.
Don't know what was worse.
officiating.
I just think the officiating in Spain compared to other countries is just not as good.
Okay. Not a hot take.
I know it's not a hot take, but it doesn't get. I don't feel like it doesn't get said as often. It's just the quality of and consistency of calls. If we get another look at the header, that was right there off the
Yeah,
crossbar.
that was.
It's just not good. Why is that? I mean, is it because that these referees aren't being schooled well enough, or is it because they're being influenced too much by home fans or outside? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing to do with
By-
bias. I'm not talking about
No.
bias. I'm just saying.
Videos made by the club.
I'm not
televisions.
I'm not talking about bias. I'm not. I'm just saying I just don't think they're very talented as referees.
But can a referee be talented?
Yeah, of course.
No.
Because you're always gonna have.
Well, you can be sharp
You can be, but you're always gonna have people like saying that you did the wrong, like you made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
You're never gonna be 100% correct, are you?
The dude who officiated, I think he's Polish, the dude who officiated the World Cup final between Argentina and France, and the same guy also officiated the Champions League final this past year with City and Inter. He's great.
Yeah, but do you remember what happened between PSG and Newcastle this season?
Yeah.
The penalty that this referee, he also was in Atletico de Madrid Inter. It was very, very good.
But
It was very good.
I think we get into a territory in which referees can make mistakes. They are allowed to make mistakes.
Right.
There's a
Yeah.
human
Of
element
course.
to it.
To change
Careful
the-
there, the long ball. Okay, into the man's of Estadi. But then there's also the demeanor, the way they deal with the players, the way they set a tone,
Yeah.
the way that they're consistent with their calls as well. And that's, I think, where you see like the difference between levels of refereeing.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, there'll be the amount of times that you get it right because you just have a knack for it, and you have like the right instincts sometimes.
Yeah, it's like it goes to the highest level of you could make a mistake at the most crucial point, all the way down to the lowest where a ball goes out of play and it clicks off of two different feet at the same time, and as a referee you're forced to make a 50-50 decision in that moment, and a lot of times you might even just be basing your reaction based off of how the players react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to say that today Busquets Ferrer is good because the goal who is not considered for Rafinha is a bad decision, and the red card showed to bias was correct.
No.
So the referee is good today.
Yeah, the referee on the pitch so far, so good. Right, enough of referee talk. Shall we talk a little bit about Barça Las Palmas? I feel, Alex, like we should be 1-0 up at least.
At least. I mean, we've had 2 disallowed goals. We've hit crossbar now. We're attacking without really having that last pass into the box isn't really clicking at the moment. We're getting quite high. I think Las Palmas, as we mentioned, they're going to drop in a bit deeper, and I mean we're seeing 6 players around the ball right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a lot more difficult again to penetrate through that. Because now you see, now they have 5 in the back, whereas before it was a clear kind of like 4-3-3, 4-5-1 type formation.
What we can't say though is that Barca have been stagnant, that they've been sort of like lacking ideas or slow in moving the ball. I think the options have been there. Oof, that was a wonderful header by Lewandowski.
Did it come off of his shoulder?
Yeah, it was a bit.
Sort of. No, it's off his head.
Yeah.
But
He accommodated himself quite well for that.
I think like Barca have been the version of Barca that we'd like to see in this game. It's just that, well, 2 goals have been disallowed. One's gone off of the crossbar. Las Palmas are a tough team to beat as well.
Yeah.
I like what we're seeing so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we don't have a ton of time left in this first half, but I'd like to see Barca sneak a goal in before halftime so that García Pimienta can't get a word into his 10 players before we get to halftime.
Sort of what happened 2 weeks ago at the Metropolitano. Barca got the goal at the right time.
Yeah.
Like with 5 minutes remaining in the first half, and that altered Simeone's plans completely. He made 2 substitutions at halftime, and Barca came out firing in the second half.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes a difference, I think, for both sides. For Barcelona, you want to have a game plan where you're able to advance rather than get that initial goal. For the other team, obviously, you don't want to give them the opportunity to keep it at 0-0. Obviously, Las Palmas, if you go in at 0-0 at halftime, your goal for the second half is to keep it like that. Whereas if you go in 1-0, then they're kind of forced to get another option because they want to score a goal as well. So it's definitely going to be key to try to get that goal in before halftime.
It's interesting what I've seen here to the bench. It's García Pimienta talking with Aaron, his goalkeeper, and he's saying to the goalkeeper to play more advanced.
Oh.
Maybe to be more careful with these actions, with the crosses that Barca is making behind the centre backs.
Well, to be honest, Las Palmas have been the team now in possession for the last couple of minutes, and Cardona's put a cross inside. It bounced off of Koundé, and that'll be a goal kick for Barca at Las Palmas. Not shying away. Bravo, is it still pouring down with rain?
Not a lot. There's a small rain for the moment, but it depends also on the wind that bothers also players a lot. Here we are in a mountain, so we are very up, but it's not raining a lot in the last minutes.
Just enough to turn them all into damp, cold sponges, and now they just absorb the wetness.
Yeah, and when the moment in which their jerseys start to weigh 3 times their normal weight.
Basically.
Right, Cancelo. Into the middle. Let's see. Final minutes of this first half. Still 0-0. Barca have had the opportunities. Koundé trying to play through to Gundogan. Gundogan out wide. Lamine Yamal back to Koundé. Las Palmas waiting right now. A clear line of 5 there.
Yeah.
Since the sending off. 3 sitting in front and Sandro Ramirez on an island up front. Let's see.
I feel like, didn't they start 4-4-1 and now they've gone to 5-3-1?
Yeah.
I think it's just like one of their midfielders is going back into a centre half position. Lovely filtered ball by Kubarsi. Fermin with a shot. Oh! Just wide.
What a ball by Kubarsi. What a ball.
Yeah. He's having a great match so far.
Kubarsi just has the clear idea of like how to break the lines, filter the ball through. Gundogan with a great layoff to Fermin and the low shot which went just wide.
He usually makes a much better connection than that.
Yeah.
Barca with yet another opportunity here, and we've seen Fermin score from outside the box this season against Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League. Of course, that cracker of a goal in the pre-season against Real Madrid. Probably the most remembered goal in a friendly game ever.
Really. And I remember because all of Barca social media ahead of that game was like, hey, this dude, Fermin, like, he could be the real deal. And then he goes in the very next game and scores.
He's probably going to find a lot of space now between the back line and the midfields. If he uses it to his advantage, he can probably get on the ball quite a lot. Because you assume the 2 centre-backs are going to drop in with Lewandowski. If you have that second run coming in.
And he's good at doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Both him and Sergi Roberto, really. See if the timing's there. Íñigo Martinez not bad himself at playing the ball through. Fermin trying to connect with Lewandowski.
Remember that Fermin scored in the last 2 games against Napoli and against Atletico.
Can he make it 3 out of 3? Of course. I think Gavi out, Pedri out, Frenkie de Jong out, Fermin. The responsibility he's been given of starting in midfield here. Making the most of that opportunity. I'm so happy to see yet another Masia player make it in the first team. Kubarsi out wide, Lamine Yamal.
Oh,
I mean,
needed to
we
be
had the
harder.
right idea.
That was a great run.
It was a great run by Gundogan.
Yeah.
And Lamine had seen it, but the pass just came out soft. There was one thing maybe about this first half that I think I'd like to see more of is Lamine Yamal precisely. He's not intervened all that much.
Ask and you shall receive.
Oh, there he is. I mean, the low cross inside cleared away.
Nothing. Play on.
Play on, says the referee. Play on, says Spencer as well.
So maybe it's time to play. What's the added time? Do you want to play with me?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I'm going. What?
Ooh.
4 minutes.
I'm going to say 3.
Okay.
Is the red card?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
let's
for
go,
6.
Alex.
Oh, Alex is going for 6.
6 minutes.
Because you had a bit between the red card, the Rafinha
Disallowed goal as well. Oh
and
yeah, it might.
everything,
Yeah.
Look out.
Oh, careful here. There might
There
be.
it is, there it
there's
is.
a chance.
Cut
There's a chance.
back.
Rafinha! Oh! So close. So
Oh.
close.
Rafinha. I think that sums up how the first half is going at the moment.
It is.
Just to get time to Spence to recover, I want to say 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
But
so,
in
so it's going to
15
be 5.
seconds we will
We
have
went
the
3,
answer.
4, and 6. It's
Yeah.
going to be 5.
What a cutback.
What a cutback and the shot by Rafinha
What
just
a-
wide.
You never like to
I don't
see-
know if he was ready for
5
that.
minutes.
There we go. See?
But yeah.
we did.
So Robert
was-
wins
4 and
again.
6. Yeah. No, well, I'd say, no, I cheated. I said 4 initially.
Okay.
But anyway, 5 minutes of added time. Of course, there was the discussion about the disallowed goal. There was the sending off. So yeah,
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So 5 minutes for Barca to look for a goal, and we've got a shot of Ferran Torres and Joao Felix, as well as Marguiu sitting on the Barca bench. And Ferran Torres played a key role against Las Palmas back in January, scoring the
Today with
equaliser.
water, it's time to the shark.
Ah, well seen. Ferran the Shark. See if... we hope the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic doesn't turn into an unplayable ocean with all this rain. Although it seems to have sort of stopped. It's not as heavy as a few minutes
Definitely
ago.
not, no.
The downpour. Throw into Barca. Let's see if we can get the psychological goal right before half time. As you said, Spence, not give García Pimienta the chance to have a talk with his 10 men, get them organised.
There's 2 sides to that coin, because there's the fact that he's going to ask them to continue to pack it in the second half, but they're going to do a lot of running in the second half too. They're going to be pretty tired.
46 minutes and a half. Barca will have possession after the clearance by Escandi. Of course, a concerned García Pimienta looking from the sidelines as his team is trying to resist with 10 men because of the sending off of their keeper, Álvaro Valles, who knocked Rafinha over outside of the box. Rafinha was making a run straight to goal. Barca lose the ball, and Las Palmas looking to run in transition. Here comes Cardona, chased by Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal with a wonderful recovery, but there'll be a free kick in favour of Las Palmas as Fermin fouled in the follow-through. So a chance at the set piece here for Las Palmas.
Oh,
Loyodis got
Fermin
there.
knew it.
yeah.
Las Palmas player got there first, and Fermin just a little bit late there. He raised his hand saying,
Right, all right.
"Yeah, culpa."
Lucky not to have been
Yeah,
handed a yellow
that could have
card.
been a yellow.
been a
there,
yellow.
Definitely.
Right, set piece opportunity for Las Palmas. Need to be careful here. 7 minutes and a half. 2-man rule for Ter Stegen. Is he going straight for goal? Looks like
Looks like
Well,
Is it Saul? Yeah, he can hit him.
Saul.
Yeah.
My God, Saul Coco going straight for goal.
That
Yeah.
was
Thunderous strike, Maribel.
that
It was
was
like
I
Roberto
really,
Carlos, do you remember?
Yes,
The
exactly.
player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hit one this year against Villarreal at La Ceramica from pretty much the halfway line.
Careful here, Lewandowski
Yes.
through, Lewandowski
Yes.
through, trying to get around Escandi. He couldn't. He's going to try and cross it in, and he gets a corner kick.
Was he?
Chance there for Robert Lewandowski. Las Palmas claiming for an offside, but it'll be a corner.
Come on.
What a chance that was.
Yeah, and we've just got the replay of that
Especially with the
free
rain.
kick.
That
That
swivel.
was very close.
That was, yeah.
He can hit
Very
him, man.
close. Right, corner kick for Barça. Rafinha swings it in, headed away. Picked
Still
up by
time.
Gundogan.
Put it in
Rafinha
there.
will cross it in again.
Corner.
Another corner
corner.
kick
All right, come on.
for Barça. Barça still have 1 minute 10 seconds.
How important is it Barça scores now?
It would be very
Very.
important for Barça to score and take a 1-0 lead into half-time.
We don't have many players in, well,
Careful here, the cross by Rafinha. Lamine Yamal will pick it up on the edge of the box. Cancelo with a long-range volley, which is not the best shot he's ever taken in his
No.
life. So it looks like the first half will end this way, because I'm guessing here, I'm making a wild guess that Aaron Iskandar will take about 33 seconds to get the ball moving,
exactly.
which is what is left of this first half. You see the reaction there of Garcia Pimienta.
He knows he's been dealt a tough hand for this game now
Yeah.
in the second half. Not going to get any easier for Las Palmas.
No.
Must have one final opportunity here. They might. Lamine Yamal through to Fermin. Fermin on the
Send
run.
it in.
Can he put the cross inside? The cross by Fermin goes up in the air after the deflection off of Saul Coco, and the referee raises his arm
That is
for
that.
half-time at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. It is 0-0 between Barça and Las Palmas. Barça have had the opportunities, Barça have hit the crossbar, Barça have had 2 goals disallowed. One that we think is legally disallowed. Second, we don't agree so much, but VAR intervened and it didn't count. 0-0. Resultado gafas at half-time. I'm going to ask live chat and Spencer and Alex, do we go half-time thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways? Spence.
I'm going to go thumbs up.
Yeah?
Because I thought that that Barca came out with intent. They have a purpose this entire half. They're not backing down, hungry to try and find that goal. They're being creative. They're finding different lines, different ways to connect. So for me, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. For me, it's a thumbs up as well. I thought the Barca came out with the right idea, the right attitude, the right idea of how to approach the match. They've had the opportunities. Las Palmas have barely had them, apart from that free kick. I liked what I saw from Barca. We just need to put the finishing touch on it. Alex.
I think I'm going to have to do the same.
Thumbs up.
I think I'm quite happy from what I've seen. Potentially against 11 players, we could have been more, sort of say. The way that, I mean, the game plan essentially that we came into this game with is obviously changed quite a lot. But you can't really fault anything that we've seen. Our defenders have been good, our midfielders have been good, our strikers have been good. It's just that final finishing touch is what we're missing.
Live chat, let us know. Did you like the first half? Did you not like the first half? Or did you think, well, what do you think? I'm going thumbs up. All 3 of us are going thumbs up on the in the studio. Live chat, let us know. We are going to take a little break here as the players have headed into the dressing room. We're going to show you some of the content that's coming soon on Barça One. You have a link on the live chat where you can click and register to Barça One. If you haven't done it, why not, first of all? And then you have the opportunity to do it right now. Here is some of the content that you might find there, well, in the next coming days. See you in just a few minutes.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
No es común que un equipo como Barça mire a un jugador de un equipo en desarrollo acá en Uruguay.
En el fútbol pueden pasar muchas cosas, pero el estudio es lo más importante. Y aprendí sobre todo no solo de fútbol, sino también de ser buena persona, y eso es un lindo mensaje.
Y mientras estés de rodillas ante Dios, siempre vas a ser grande y mucho más de lo que llegaste ahora vas a ser.
Volver a casa después de poder lograr nuestro gran objetivo, que es primero alegría, ¿no? Satisfacción y poder decir objetivo cumplido.
A lot of things actually, which is not always a good thing. Unas alubias rojas. There are a few, but especially that midfield with Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta. Growing up, I just loved.
Carles Puyol.
El lanzamiento de Xavi Hernández.
Messi.
Entra dins l'àrea, continua Messi, arretat de Messi, continua Messi, deixa
Jugar a tenis.
Barco. Well, I enjoy good restaurants. You know, I like to discover new places. You know, with my wife and friends. I mean, my main hobby is spend time with the people around me. I don't really have one, to be honest.
Superman.
Power Rangers.
A lot of things actually, which is not always a good thing.
Unas alubias rojas.
I don't know what to name out, to be honest. There's not one specific thing, I think.
Una bona truita amb patates de la meva àvia.
Someone who I love, who I care about, asks me something, you know, that I can do for this person. It's probably not so easy to say no.
La playa.
Home. I mean, for me, home is the best place to be, you know, surrounded by your family.
A meu poble, Villacorà. Una sèrie... No, una pel·lícula.
Juego de Tronos.
Well, my favorite movie of all time is Gladiator. So...
Gladiator.
I love it. I just love it.
Ah, sí?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
I'm quite mainstream, I would say. So I like quite a bit that's, you know, that has been played on the radio, or when I'm in the car, I just turn on the radio. I don't really have my own list or whatever, or a certain genre that I like.
Cualquiera negativo.
Abans he dit la de Ludovico Einaudi, perquè just la setmana passada vaig anar a un concert seu i em sembla un pianista meravellós, i la que té de Núvol de Pianxe és una cançó que només de tancar els ulls te fa evadir-te de tot i és meravellosa. Viatge que m'agradaria fer...
I really would love to explore Italy more.
M'agradaria anar a l'Àfrica, Tanzània, per exemple.
Hawaii. So there are a lot of places in Italy like Sardinia, like Capri, like Positano, Amalfi Coast.
Ja he donat una pista, no? Però bueno, també podem triar... Igual que fa una truita de patates molt bona, la meva àvia també fa una paella excel·lent.
Alubias rojas o tortilla de patatas.
I would say a mix of Turkish kitchen and Italian kitchen. Yeah.
It's half-time at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. 0-0 between Barça and Las Palmas, and we've moved over to the podcast area here in our studios. Spence, I told you this week, started a podcast.
Yes, and we're not speaking into the microphones, but
we're not speaking into these microphones.
We're using
into these microphones, but it looks
voices.
cool. It looks cool.
Yeah,
it looks cool.
I got a hint of it on Spotify.
Yeah.
Y'all should take a look. Even if you don't understand Catalan, it will help you understand Catalan.
Yeah, let's take the opportunity. We've got 2 new podcasts on Barça Spotify hub. We've got the President's podcast. It was a nearly 1 hour and 4 minute interview with President Laporta. It'll come out monthly, conducted in Catalan by my colleagues Llorenç Tarrés and Míriam Nadal. Go and check that out if you want to see what the President had to say. And then Barra Lliure, another podcast that you can find talking about Barca's history. It is in Catalan, But for those of you who are Spanish speakers or English speakers, don't worry, because we've got things brewing. There'll be content coming on Barça Spotify Hub coming soon. But if you want to check it out, El Podcast del Presidente Baralluri, you've got links in the description. Right. Have you ever podded?
Have I podded?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to pod.
Have you podded?
I have. I used to have a podcast.
Oh, really?
I know.
What about?
Tactics and women's football.
Oh. No longer?
No longer. No time for it.
It's
No
time
for
consuming.
It is really time consuming. It's very underrated how much
'Cause
time it takes up.
People think, you just go out there and ramble for about an hour. And I mean, we're doing one about Barca's history, games from the past, and we have a little bit of fun with it. We do like rankings, and we play different games, and it's just an excuse to go out there and talk about what we like to do. But there's never enough research. I mean, I spent hours in front of my computer going back into the archives and watching past games. I mean, it's just so time consuming, but it's a lot of fun. Go check it out on Spotify. We've got new podcasts. Just click on the link, follow them. You might learn some Catalan. Let's go back to the game.
Spence has that.
Exactly. You'll learn some Catalan.
I learn Catalan
Maybe
every
the
day.
word pluja is mentioned.
You should try to sneak a pluja in there at some point.
Do you think the pluja, the rain, has influenced the game in this first half?
Yeah, because I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was at a Girona Rayo game at Montilivi, and it was pouring. And I was having a conversation with my friend, fellow La Liga worker Glenn Taylor as well, and he was saying,
"Hi, Glenn."
Hello, Glenn. We were saying, you know, it doesn't affect the final product when you get that chance to set up and take the shot, but everything leading up to it, the precision of the pass, the first touch on the ball, it makes the difference. And when those players have to play in this kind of atmosphere, unless you play at San Mamés or anywhere in the Basque Country where it rains every day, you're not as used to it as you might otherwise be.
Alex, what were Barca lacking? Why am I talking into what were Barca lacking in the first half?
So essentially, we were. I mean, I think I said it before. It was that final cross into the box, the final connection between whoever is going to assist essentially at the end of the day. But I think the crosses into the box, Las Palmas defenders were quite easily clearing those out. There was, I don't know, we didn't have those late runs. We didn't get that connection essentially. Even that Lewandowski ball that went off the crossbar, it was a very uncomfortable ball for Lewandowski to kind of finish. So I think it's that final connection that we're not really seeing. It's not really flowing. Maybe it is the rain at the end of the day. But it is that final touch that we're missing.
Before I go and talk to Marc Brau, who's waiting for us at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, I'd like to ask the fans, I'd like to ask you guys who you thought the best player of the first half was. We're giving 3 options. We're giving Pau Cubarsí, we're giving Rafinha, we're giving Lewandowski.
You can just give one option.
Yeah, basically. I think we all agree.
Okay.
Come on. 1, 2, 3. Cubarsí.
Cubarsí. Another mature performance. I mean, he hasn't been all that busy stopping Sandro Ramirez. He's had to intervene a couple of times. But it's just the way he brings the ball out, right?
I think it's giving the confidence for everyone in front of him to kind of be able to push up. Especially when we're going to play against such a low block. You want to have your defenders push the line up and be able to give space to everyone ahead of them, essentially.
When I was 17 years old, I was fighting the urge to throw my controller at the screen after screwing up on FIFA. So he's obviously doing a lot better for himself.
Controls anger a lot more.
Right.
Well, let's see what the live chat thinks. Who do you think the best player of the first half was? Pau Cubarsí, Rafinha, Lewandowski. Any other option is valid as well. I'm gonna get up. Let's go and see Marc Brau. Let's go and see Marc Brau. I'm over here. I'm doing a Ryan Gosling at the Oscars here, trying to interact with my cameraman. Marc Brau, do you agree with the studio here that Pau Cubarsí was the best player in the first half?
Not at all. I think Rafinha is the best player because he scored a goal who must be conceded, and he also forced the red card for Álvaro Valles. So of course Pau Cubarsí is playing a great game, but I think that Rafinha has more intention in the game and is one of the main characters of tonight's game. As you can see now, it's not raining. So I explained all the first half that it's raining here in Montjuic. So the first time you see me, it's without an umbrella. For the moment, in the halftime, it's also at halftime for the rain. So for the moment, we wait until the second half. I take a look to the pitch and I say there are a few Barça players warming up. You know that in the bench today we have our two goalkeepers, Iñaki Peña and Diego Coche, and also we have Ronald Araujo, Ferran the Shark, after 2 months injured, with João Félix, Marcos Alonso, Oriol Romeu, Vitor Roque, Marc Caçador, Marc Guiu, Héctor Ford, and Mikhail Fay. It's usual that a few players warming up during the half-time, but I don't expect any substitutions by Xavi at the beginning of the second half. What I have is the attendance, but I won't give to you. I want to play with you in a few minutes. We will try to know how many fans we have tonight here in Montjuic.
Thank you, Marc Brau. I have to say, we'll come back to Marc Brau in a second, but I have to say, I see you, Sarah Salapore, on the live chat going, cool, Barça. Hi, Sarah. If you're still watching, I mean, maybe you just tuned in for a minute and answered the question who the best player of the first half was. And Sarah going, cool, Barça, a big fan, I see, Sarah, of our young 17-year-old. How are you, Sarah? Are you? I mean, she was in the States a couple of days ago. I'm not sure if she's still there. But say hi to our lovely host. Our YouTube fans know who Sarah is, so show some love, some hearts for Sarah Salapore. And hopefully the fact that Sarah is watching the game will give us some good luck. Sarah, by the way, drop another comment if you just saw that interaction. Ali Ahmad going 1, which was Kubarsi. Lightning going Gundogan as best player in the first half. El Endur going Kubarsi as well. Lots of votes for Kubarsi. Jakub going 3, Lewandowski. So yeah, a bit of a split vote, but I see a lot of love for Pau Kubarsi on the live chat. Much deserved love, I'd say.
Definitely, yeah. I think, yeah, we're all in agreement of how good he is, the confidence that he brings, and again, you know, coming from the back line, I think that's what Barcelona need right now to kind of be able to get through with this match and give the attack a bit more fluidity.
Spence, you asked for hearts on the live chat for Sarah Salapore, and what do you get? Hearts, Blaugrana hearts, from Sarah Salapore, who's still watching. Thank you, Sarah. We appreciate you. By the way, Sarah, of course, if you're still watching, drop your game prediction, because I went 4-0, maybe a bit too ambitious, I don't know, we're playing against 10 men. Alex went for 4-1, and Spence, you went for 2-0, Marc Brau went for 3-1. So, Sarah, who do you agree with? What is your score prediction? Live chat also, not only Sarah, what is your score prediction? Final score prediction, still 0-0 at half-time. Are we still feeling confident with our 4 goals?
I think definitely being Las Palmas a man down changes the prediction slightly. But honestly, if we get that first goal early enough in the second half, it could easily be 4 goals after that.
Sarah says she's still in California, and she says, let's go for the win. Well, the fact that Sarah's saying that she's still in California, let me just go and see. 3-0. 3-0 is Sarah's prediction. Thank you so much for interacting with us, Sarah. It's lovely to have this means of communication with you. She's not in Montjuic, but she's supporting the team from California. And Sarah says she's watching from California. Where are the rest of you watching us from? Drop your flags or just the name of your countries on the live chat. We'd like to know where you're watching us from, because we've got a bit of an international cast here today. We've got, of course, the Catalan with Belgian roots and English roots as well here. We've got the guy from Chicago who lives in Girona for some reason. And Alex, you say you've lived in all countries of the world.
Basically.
You've traveled around. Name 3 of them.
Canada, London, England, and Chile.
Chile as well? I was in Chile in October.
Were you?
I was, in Santiago.
Okay.
Was
Did
nice.
you like it?
I was there for a month for work.
Do you prefer a Chilean winter or a Chilean summer?
That is a hard one, to be honest. The summer is... Can I go in between? I think...
Whatever you want.
I think a spring is perfect.
Do you like ski or do it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of mountains out there.
Yeah, no, skiing there's amazing. It's
Yeah.
It's definitely like Olympic skiers go there to ski. That's how good the mountain is, essentially.
Right,
Nice.
we've got people dropping flags on the live chat. Of course, Spence, Alia dropping the
avocado.
flag from her country.
Oh, Slovenia.
That's it. Well done, Spencer
I haven't
Siegel.
forgotten you, Alia. Come on. Luka Doncic, let's go.
Yeah, we've got a British flags. We've got a flag which I don't recognize really, and truthfully, my geography isn't great. We've got Said from Burundi, and the second half has started. We've got a Marvel fan from Canada. We've got India, South Africa, Indonesia. Amir saying he's from Iran. Kevin saying he's from Nigeria. We've got fans from all around the world. We love you guys. We love the appreciation, and Barca 1 will be coming to most of your countries. I say most because I'm not certain that it's going to be in all countries, but try and register and see if you're able to access it from your countries. You've got a link on the live chat. It's pinned comment, just link, register, and you'll have Barca 1 in a few days. In a few days, we've got lots of cool content coming your way. Second half, Maribel, no substitutions, right?
Maybe it can be the first substitution by Barca.
Sorry, we didn't hear the first half of what you said.
Joe Felix. Joe Felix is warming up. Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Felix is warming up. As I said in the connection on the halftime, no, it's offside. As I said in the connection at the halftime, I have the number at the attendance tonight. I said that there's a lot of people in the stands. So, you want to play with me?
We'll play after this question, Mark.
Okay.
Because we've got a question on our screens. Who would you like to see in the second half? Joao Felix, Ferran, or Vitor Roque? I'd personally like to see Ferran the Shark. Not only because it's raining and sharks come out when there's water involved, just because we've been without him, what did you say, 59 days, Mark?
59 days, yeah, 2 months.
Yeah. And because
last day of January.
Yeah, because he scored a crucial goal against Las Palmas. You guys, Joao Felix, Ferran, Vitor Roque, anyone else?
I'm stuck between Ferran and Vitor Roque, honestly.
I'm not sure what this game needs.
It needs energy. Ferran is energy.
Ferran or Joao, I think, are the answers right now, because I'd rather see someone on the wing making runs than Roque. I think Lewandowski's fine where he is right now.
Yeah, maybe Lamine Yamal needs that position needs a bit more.
A bit more juice.
They just haven't gotten him the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Barca in possession. We've given our answers. Live chat. Victor Tiger, I can see 1, 2, and 3 says Jordan. Joao Felix, I see lots of Joao Felixes. Scored a beauty of a goal against Atletico de Madrid. This Cancelo put a cross into the hands of Escandé. Mark, you said that Joao Felix was the only one warming up at the moment, right?
Yeah. We see there's only Joao Felix warming up. Also, there's another player of Las Palmas. I don't see really who is, but Joao Felix is the only player who is warming up. So the game that I want to play with you is the number of attendance. So give me a number, and I will say it is more or less, please.
Well, you said it was high.
Very high.
A few people might have left, to be honest, with the rain. Those of them who live
Shame
close
on
to
those people.
I know.
As my grandmother used to say.
Over 46,000. I'm thinking over 46,000. Am I right, Maribel?
You're right. More.
Spence?
More than 46,000. Alex?
The most random number, 46,673.
46,673.
It's a great action. Of course, I don't remember the number, so just take a look.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, come back with the number then.
It's more. A little bit more, but Alex is in a good way.
Okay, so
made it easy for you guys.
So under 47,000. Careful here, an opportunity for Las Palmas. Driving forward, the shot blocked by Íñigo Martínez.
So it's 46, under 47,000, yeah.
Under 47,000.
But between the number gave by Alex and 47,000.
We've got it on our screens. Go, quick, Spence.
I'm going to say 46,788.
Oh, Spence, very good.
Well done,
It's
Spence.
the good number, Spence, yeah.
Thank you. That's how I got through college.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for giving the answer
right.
before our guest stars trying to get it. But I got the number. It's the third best attendance this season in Montjuic, only behind Napoli in Champions and Madrid in the league.
Wow.
But see, well, I mean, careful, because Cancelo has it on the edge of the box. Sergio Roberto feeding Gundogan. Gundogan trying to keep possession as he was challenged by Sandro. Las Palmas win it back, but Barca will recover. I think there are several factors in here, obviously. Definitely. One of them being that it's the Easter holidays. So, the cross by Rafinha met by Fermin, and his volley goes out wide. So it's the Easter holidays, and well, there'll be more tourists as well, and the Barca fans as well, like, well, on their holidays and happy to go. The other thing is we're coming off of those two great performances, and I think the levels of optimism have all of a sudden raised. Also starting to think about that game in a week and a half.
Oof, yeah. There's a lot to say about that game. I think for now we can just focus on this game. I think that's what Xavi would want, is we need to focus on the task at hand.
But what I think all of a sudden now people are excited after the performances against Napoli and Atletico de Madrid and feel like,
there you go, good through ball.
Wait a second, we have a chance here.
Put it in the center.
And it would be a corner kick. What?
Yellow card for Gundogan in the tackle.
What tackle? He's trying to cross the ball inside.
No, because Gundogan arrives a little bit later.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're not arguing the call, I would be the one who argues the call. But
it seems it's injured, Las Palmas player.
Yeah, no, yeah. Ooh. Right, so Gundogan goes to try and cross it in, but Saúl gets in there.
Gets
sort of a second ahead. Gundogan catches the ankle that's clearing the ball and then lands on it as well.
Yeah, it's a hard one because obviously he was going for the pass, but you can't take your foot out at that point either. Yeah.
Just saw a penalty awarded in a Premier League game earlier today in a similar fashion. Newcastle West Ham. It was similar. Like the attacking player who's about to make the pass or take the shot winds up, and the defender just sticks their leg in front of the ball.
And in those seconds, you can't react to
what are you going to do?
Foot. You can't.
Marbrau, Gundogan has seen a yellow card. He is not one of the players who has 4 and therefore would be at risk of missing the next game should he see the yellow card today. There are 3 players on the pitch right now who are in that situation: Lewandowski, Cancelo, and
Íñigo.
Íñigo. The thing is, the next game is Cádiz, and the following game is Real Madrid.
Yeah, and Gundogan got his 4th yellow card today.
Wait a minute, we'll address that in a second. But Rafinha has the ball. Rafinha inside the box. Rafinha weighing his options. Rafinha's got Cancelo to his left. Rafinha chooses to go deep. The back pass, trying to set up an opportunity for Sergio Roberto. And the Las Palmas defense clears. Now Cancelo trying to build a second opportunity for Barca here. Gundogan. Lewandowski, Gundogan out wide to Lamine Yamal. He crossed too long and into the hands of Escandi, who almost got himself into a muddle there. What I'm getting at here, Marbrau, is as João Felix is getting ready to come on, is that next game Cádiz, following game Real Madrid, and players with 4 yellow cards. Do you think that towards the end of the game, if we're in a winning situation, there might be one of those whoopsie yellow cards? I'll miss the next game.
We have to be careful, because if the league thinks that you are doing this, maybe you can have more games with sanction. For the moment, it's Cancelo, Lewandowski, Romeu, Christensen, Íñigo Martínez, and now Gundogan. So we have 6 players with 4 yellow cards. So if one of those players receive a yellow card, as you said, next league game against Cádiz, they couldn't play against Real Madrid in 2 weeks. So we have to take a look for this. And of course, we see in the images, João Felix is very near to enter. It's going to be the first substitution by Barca.
Okay, the game's sort of like in a rut right now. It's in a
this
messy
is the problem.
situation.
This is what we didn't want.
Yeah,
Las Palmas are trying to make it mucky on purpose, just like alter Barca's rhythm. João Felix is getting ready to come on. We were talking about those next few games, Cádiz and Las Palmas. Cádiz and Real Madrid. Careful, because that'll be too long.
No, he's there.
He's there. Lamine Yamal inside the box. Lamine Yamal forcing the corner kick.
That's Escandel not coming out.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a bit shocking.
I remember Marbrau saying at the beginning, before in the second half, that in the first half rather. Sorry, I'm getting in the muddle here.
It's Fermin out.
Yes.
Fermin.
Save me, Mark, save me.
It's Fermin out who is going out. Substitution, João Felix entering. He scored a goal against Atletico de Madrid, the first goal of the game. So minutes for João Felix. Fermin is out. So we have to take a look. So how the players are going to be inside the pitch, because we have 4 forwards now. João Felix, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. Maybe Rafinha is playing in the midfield, as we saw in a part of the season.
Yeah, we saw it in was it the game against Napoli, or which other game was it? Or Mallorca? And comes across by Rafinha, the ball up in the air, and a foul called against Barça. What I was trying to say was, earlier on in the game, in the first half, Marbrao had pointed out that García Pimienta was telling Estadi to play further out, to play outside of his box, and in that previous opportunities what he should have been doing.
Right, that's their game anyway, so it's harder to play with 10 men, of course, but when you play the style that Las Palmas play, you still need to try and keep hold of the ball at times, which they did for a 2 or 3 minute spell in the first half really well.
As you're seeing on the bottom of your screens right underneath me, we are promoting Barça One, the new online streaming platform. It's coming very, very soon. You can register on the link that you'll find on the live chat. All sorts of cool content. The origins of Ronald Araujo, magnificent documentary produced by one of our colleagues, Pep Molero, who's in the control room today. We've got the album, and it's all coming very, very, very soon. Just a few days, if you're patient enough. Well, you'll have to be patient anyway. I mean, even if you're not patient, you're going to have to wait. But yeah, Barça One, cool stuff coming soon.
Nice.
Rafinha taking the shot. It's blocked. Now cleared by Estadi. There's something brewing here.
Well, this is exactly how García Pimienta wanted this half to go.
Yeah.
So they do have to continue pushing forward.
Sergi Roberto playing it through. Here's an option.
There you go.
Through. Oh, Saul Coco. Saul Coco, if Cubarasi's been our best player, I think Saul Coco's been Las Palmas' best player in this game.
We have 3 new players warming up. There are Ferran Torres, the Shark, Vitor Roque, and Oriol Romeu.
Oh, okay. Options up front, options in midfield. Rajab says, say my name, interviewer. I'm not an interviewer here today, but I'll say your name, Rajab. Hi, thank you for watching. We appreciate the love. Where are you watching from, Rajab? We'd like to know. Here's João Felix, who's definitely playing on the left here. I think Rafinha's been the one who's dropped back a little bit into more of a midfielder situation, or maybe the central attacking midfielder. Lamine Yamal makes a run. Gundogan trying to connect. Have we switched, Mark, maybe to more of a 4-2-3-1, and Pau Cubarsí swiping there, coming across and clearing.
We have a song here. Can you hear? No, it's there is this
Cubarsí, Cubarsí.
Monjuic is singing it.
Musa saying we can't afford to draw this match. No, we cannot.
No.
No,
we definitely shouldn't either.
No, exactly.
Oh,
careful now, Cubarsí with...
Oh, Ter Stegen.
Offside.
Offside, okay. Cubarsí had... well,
we don't count that play.
No, we won't count the mistake with Cubarsí trying to head it back to Ter Stegen. It came up short, and it gave Las Palmas an opportunity there, which had been saved by Ter Stegen. João Felix driving into the middle. The inside pass. Oh, there it is! Oh, my goodness! Vamos,
Rafinha!
Let's go!
Yes. Oh, what a ball!
What a ball there!
That was
amazing.
Rafinha still.
Amazing stuff. Rafinha scores the goal.
There you go. That was making up for the first one as well.
That one counts.
There you go. Rafinha with the header in his new position, coming in from the middle, meeting the cross by João Felix, perfectly timed. The header, putting it past Estadi. Let's have a look, because Barca played from behind here.
And just to keep you calm, referee saying is the goal is correct. As you can see, Rafinha celebrating the goal, making the bar signal. Did you see it? He made the bar signal. No. Yeah. Rafinha is looking to the camera, doing the bar signal. It's like, okay, don't concede that goal. It's incredible. It's a great header.
That was brilliant.
Oh,
the cross, the finish.
Marbrao.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
As the live chat should fill the chat with Barca, hearts and fire. Fire, because that goal was fired. Marbrao VAR, the goal.
That was
this
perfect
goal,
finish.
we've talked about this recently on our podcast as Madbrau and I pod together.
Yeah.
Madbrau, Risto Stoichkov, 1994, Barça Depor, 3-0.
Yeah, your first game in
My
Camp
first
Nou,
game.
Robert. You said several times for the first time I know you. And okay, and very quite similar about what Rafinha scored in Pamplona last season. It's not the same because...
But I think even more similar than this one.
Yeah, it can be. But in Pamplona was outside the box, the header by Rafinha. It was a great cross by Frankie de Jong. And today it's a great header directly to the top corner. It's a great goal by Rafinha.
We'll compare. We'll no doubt on Tuesday when we see each other compare them. I think this one is even more similar to the Risto Stoichkov goal back in 1994. But anyway, they all count, and it's 1-0. Rafinha. Alex, congratulations! You got your prediction right.
I am feeling quite smug about that.
And live chat, I don't see enough blue and red hearts. I don't see enough fire after that first goal by Rafinha. And by the way, what a cross by João Felix. Pinpoint delivery.
We were saying earlier, Alex, you were saying it, the final ball, it needed to be there. And that was perfect. And we've seen Rafinha, as you just mentioned, Robert and Mark, do that little flick-on header first time. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is quite similar to the one he scored in Pamplona last year, Rafinha. We've got the reaction of the players who were warming up when the goal was scored. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at how the Barca players reacted. There it is, Oriol Romeu, Ferran Torres on the pitch side. And I'd say that will definitely make it more favourable for them to come on to the pitch. Because you definitely see coaches be more confident in making subs when their team are ahead. Is ahead.
Well, I'm also very much along the line of thinking that right now this just needs to keep doing the same exact thing. Don't stop now because one goal is one goal and that can change in an instant.
Stop believing. Okay, right, sorry.
Karaoke?
Karaoke time. Yeah, sometimes we've had musical moments on this show. Do you know Spencer had a rap?
Here we go again.
Oh no, but I definitely want to know about this.
You're telling
if Lewandowski scores, you'll find out about it.
You're telling all of our new guests,
of course,
about something that happened last year.
I think you definitely have to do that.
We can't
Yellow
even.
card, guys.
Yeah. Oh, for who?
Sergio Roberto. It's not in the club of 4.
Okay.
Is
not in the 4 yellow club?
No.
You can't really argue
second
that
one.
to be fair.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Lewandowski scores, you'll do it again.
Yes, I'll be your
Otherwise, you'll have to wait, Alex. But yeah, Spencer had a very popular rap. Some of our fans on the live chat might know the lyrics off by heart now.
We're still trying to find it.
By heart.
What are we trying to find?
The rap.
The actual rap.
And now we got one who cannot play next game. Íñigo Martínez has got his 5th yellow card, so he's suspended for the next game against Cádiz.
Yellow card for Íñigo Martínez. There you go, Alia already popping in the lyrics of your rap on the live chat.
There it is. Yep.
How long is it? Is it like a little?
Can we get the chat? Sorry, can we get the live chat back on? There was a question there by Shadi saying, if someone else scores, who do you think will be the one to score? Well, I'm going to go Lewandowski now because I want Spencer to sing his rap.
I think we need to put it out into the
universe. Yeah, we need
of Lewandowski to score.
It's a full 3-minute song that was submitted to Eurovision.
Oh yes, we did that as well. We did that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't get picked.
No, they didn't like the fact that it was mostly English. Yeah. But there was Spanish and Catalan.
Okay, so that could have easily been picked up.
Well,
Get the languages in there.
What was the percentage? Well, how much did they need? They needed like 50%.
I can't remember. Yeah.
They needed like 50% minimum.
Yeah, we didn't mean the minimum required, but it was just for fun.
We tried.
The boy saying, "Bring Sarah." Well, she's in the States. We can't bring her now. She's chilling. She's warming up for the best moment of the season, which will be this month of April with PSG, the Clasico. By the way, replay, what a way to just go from one end to the other very quickly. The delivery by João Felix takes his time, but
That
the
was
execution perfection.
it was that ball that you always want from a cross. It's just floated in perfectly.
Yeah.
I have numbers of this. Is the 7 assists by João Felix, 7 assists and 9 goals. Interesting numbers. And Rafinha, 10 assists and 6 goals.
That's all competitions, right?
All competitions, yeah. If we count the league, it's the 5th goal by Rafinha. And but of course, I think there are good numbers by João Felix. 7 assists.
Definitely.
Emiliano was saying who scored. Well, it was Rafinha. And Ali Margrau was asking on the live chat, will Pedro and De Jong be recovered for PSG? We don't really know, do we? I mean, it's sort of a day-to-day thing.
We have to wait. We have to wait. It's a good option for Barça. Of course, we prefer to play the Spanish Cup final, who will be played in Sevilla next Saturday.
Yeah,
but without playing that final, Barça has more days to prepare the game against PSG. So maybe we can recover these players, but we don't know at all.
It's a day-to-day issue, I think, with those two. I'm sure that Xavi Hernandez will be hoping, crossing his fingers, touching wood, that he might.
Ali said I meant Pedri.
Oh yeah, because he wrote Pedro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got that. Yeah, Pedro.
You said Pedro.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
You did.
Oh, sorry.
But
I
we have too much respect for you to correct you in the moment, but not enough respect for you to just not correct you.
Sorry, Ali. I know you meant Pedri, and I meant Pedri as well. Sorry. Anyway, Pedro, who plays for Lazio, will not be intervening in that game against PSG. Right, I love the colourful live chat. Keep it going, guys. Blue and red hearts, keep it going. We're up 1-0, and we want more goals. Spence wants 1 more. I'd like 3 more.
So
to get my prediction right.
Yep.
I really don't want Alex to get her prediction right, not because I have anything against it. It's just that I want Stegen to keep his run going.
Yeah.
Run a clean sheets.
Again, I think the way that the game was going, the prediction changes because of the 10 men. I think Las Palmas would have probably been a lot more confident going forward if they had their full team, but now, obviously, I mean, even now, you know, they get up and they have really good quality to be able to finish it off, but
you don't want right now is Barca win it back. Here is Rafinha,
nice.
Good recovery. Rafinha can put the cross inside. He decides to feed João Felix on the edge of the box. Here is Gundogan. Gundogan drifting inside, trying to skip past the defenders, unable to do so. I think here what you really can't, you need to go for a second goal. What you can't do is leave Las Palmas lingering around here, because they can hit you on a counter-attack, or like maybe have a random set-piece opportunity that they can just float the ball into the box with.
Yeah. It's the problem. It's too close.
You know how you know how it goes. It's happened several times.
It's football.
It's happened too many times this season.
Well, and last year was the year of suffering of 1-0 victories.
Yeah, but felt like 75% of our wins were 1-0.
But I just would rather not go with that. When I was doing my guess the score today, I was thinking, should I go 1-0? But I can't bring myself to do it because I don't want to be right.
Yeah.
Last game against Mallorca in the league, it was 1-0 here.
Arvin asking, do you think we will win against PSG? Well, I mean, it's 180 minutes. I think we have a chance. Absolutely. I'm not saying, obviously you can't guarantee anything. We're just like people who watch football here. I think, given the moment of form we've hit right now in this moment of the season, I think we have a chance. And as Barca tried to go for a second goal here, Rafinha will probably be called for a foul. What is happening here? Okay.
It's attack foul.
Yes, exactly. It's rough football there.
So we have a new substitution. So put alarm or put everything you want here, but the shark is going to enter.
Jaws!
Nice Jaws reference.
Yeah.
Right,
I didn't see the movie at all, but I know the song.
There he is, the shark.
So 59 days since the injury, as we explained in the warm-up. Last game played by Ferran was the last day of January, the day that Peter Rock scores the goal against Osasuna. So 2 months, complete 2 months without Ferran Torres. Remember, the second top scorer of the season.
Ferran Torres has definitely had an impact. The shark. Tiburon. He's coming back, guys. He might be the second scorer here, although I want him to be the third scorer. I want Lewandowski to be the second because I want you to sing your rap.
I really want to see that now.
I want you to perform.
You're just going to have to come back if he doesn't score.
Clear. I mean, I'm going to come back every time until Lewandowski scores.
So here's the substitution. It's Lamine Yamal who is going out. It's been 2 important weeks also for Lamine Yamal. Played a lot of minutes with Spain. Remember the MVP of this game between Spain and Brazil last Tuesday. He was very, very, very. I don't know how to say the word, but all the fans in Madrid was clapping their hands to Lamine Yamal in Santiago Bernabéu.
Yeah, they were applauding him.
Last Tuesday. Yeah, that's the word. And of course tonight here in Montjuic, a lot of action for Lamine Yamal, and the Shark is entering without an standing ovation for Ferran Torres. After 59 days, he's in the pitch.
Ferran. Right, I'm going to fill the live chat with shark emojis. Spence, will you help me?
Sure.
Alex, will you help me? Live chat. Well, I need to find the shark emoji, but live chat, you do that too. You do that too. Shark emojis on the live chat to celebrate the return of Ferran Torres. Let's see. Can I find the shark emoji? As Las Palmas have also made a substitution, right, Mark?
Yeah, there's more substitution. What I want to say is just text shark in your cell phone and maybe the emoji is coming to you.
Well,
So-
yeah, but I like to look for it. Where are the animals?
Or
Here they
you can just copy it. Well, you can't copy and paste it.
What? No, exactly. Once you find it, then it's easy. Oh, there we go. Sharks.
Well,
Ooh,
apparently
look at the live chat. Look at the live chat.
That's what we like to see.
Like it.
So-
I like it like that. Right, Mark, you were saying.
Moledo is entering in the pitch for
Pep Moledo?
this. No, Moledo no, Moledo.
Oh, sorry, okay.
It's quite similar. And Campaña is inside of Javi Muñoz. Moledo, who is a very great player. He plays in the attack part and maybe is one of the youngest talents that has Las Palmas right now. And Campaña is a winter incorporation. Was the later one because he doesn't have any team to
Former
play.
Levante, right?
Yeah, Levante, Sevilla. And it's a midfield, and of course he's a good player, but take care with Moledo. He's a very, very interesting player.
Has the shark emoji been the most successful interaction we've had so far today? Look at
Well,
it.
it's either that or Rajab, who says, "Reporter, I really like your personality because you say my name. Could you please say your name?"
My name is Robert Van Eckhout Carter. Please don't use my name for ill purposes.
Look out.
Careful
Oh,
here, an
what
opportunity
touch?
for Ferran! Woo! What a save by Escandella, what a shot by Ferran Torres.
Oh,
It's
boo.
offside.
Oh, no
Almost had
way.
the,
Offside,
green return.
offside.
By the way,
Was that really
Matilde,
offside though?
Matilde has obviously not been paying attention this season because can we show the jersey up there? Matilde on the live chat is asking, where is Gavi?
He's in our hearts.
Gavi is in our hearts, guys. And
Good morning.
he's injured. He's injured. Gavi's injured. He's
you
out for
feel
the rest of
pain?
the season.
I
He
do
was-
feel pain.
He was injured in the international break in November. Yeah, he's out for the season, unfortunately. We've missed Gavi. We've missed his energy, his skill, his everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember when he was making his debuts 2 seasons ago, and we
Yep.
were all like, "Who?" And now it's just that's the way it works. Same thing with Kouarsi, right? Like the first
Yeah.
first game that he came on, it was like unless you knew who he was,
You were really confused as to why.
you're thinking, why is a 17-year-old playing for
And
FC
now it's a
Barcelona?
question we no longer ask ourselves.
No.
Now we ask the
yeah,
opposite.
no,
Why is
it's
he not
normal.
playing?
Yeah, you start to think, yeah,
It's normal to rely on a 17-year-old as you.
it's normal to rely on underage players. Here is Lewandowski, good recovery, a quick chance for Barça, Gundogan on the turn. Straight into the hands of Iskandar. Marbrau, I like what we're seeing because Barca are going for a second goal. I'm uncomfortable with the 1-0 result.
Yeah, because we know what can happen, and of course it can be the 5 consecutive clean sheet in the league, and there are great numbers. But of course, we know that Las Palmas has big forwards, especially Sandro, a former Barça player. You know what happened with former Barça players.
Yeah.
Sandro scored once with Malaga. Remember that day? It was a bad referee, Gil Manzano, that day. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is that maybe we can score the second goals. And I don't know if you are with me that Rafinha is the MVP of the game because he scored the goal. He must be considered the first goal of the first half. And also, he was in the action that was the red card for our Valles.
He's definitely been involved in all of the key actions. I want to send Pep Moledo a question that I'd like to ask our audience and ask you guys, but I'll keep it as a mystery at the moment. Wait a minute, because Cancelo might spoil my question here. Now Las Palmas looking to go on the break here. Barça running
nice
back,
ball.
and it's a great ball fed to Sandro Ramirez, who will have to slow things down.
I think Las Palmas are lacking just a couple of extra players late in the season to change their season. Oh, that's not good for them. That looks like it's Cardona grabbing the back of his hamstring. But like Alberto Moledo is an example of a player who I think should play a lot more because he's got that creativity in the midfield. He's still 20 years old, or might be 21 now, but they have a really good cast of 11. They just need a little bit more to get them over the edge. They've been fighting for Europe this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've sort of gone into a bit of a slump lately. Last 5 games, no wins, and that's made them drop into the 11th spot. But they had been good up until then, and they put up a fight against Barça in Las Palmas. Let's see. Barça in possession. Íñigo Martínez driving forward. Cancelo.
It will be
76
2
minute.
more substitutions in Las Palmas. In a few seconds, I will say what players, but García Pimienta will finish with the 5 substitutions just to take more fresh the other players.
Okay. Inside, Koundé.
Nice.
Back.
What a ball.
Rafinha on the right. Rafinha trying to set up Ferran. Cross intercepted.
That definitely
ball
would have
cleared.
gone in.
And Rafinha's basically played in every position up front right now. He started on the left, drifted into the middle with the first substitutions, and now is on the right. He's Cancelo.
Been creating all game, Cancelo as well.
Yeah.
Back to João Felix.
Remember, Cancelo is returning after what happened in the game against Atletico de Madrid. We know that Cancelo is absolutely well, so it's great to have here.
He was absent there. Here's Gundogan
Oh.
back to
Oh,
Koundé.
yeah.
João Felix!
yeah.
Oh, the crossbar!
How?
Woo!
How?
How did that?
How?
My God.
How?
And the goalkeeper touches the ball, I think.
Are they
Went off
looking
the
at this?
crossbar. Wow.
What are they looking at?
I mean,
They're
whether or not
looking
it went
to
in.
see if it was.
Oh,
Well, it was not offside.
no.
And João Felix is
Definitely
not
not.
offside.
Did it
off the
go
crossbar.
in?
So
No.
No, I
no,
don't
oh,
know.
no.
I don't think it
No.
went in.
2 crossbars today, Lewandowski and João Felix.
Yeah.
We have the
I think
substitutions.
it bounced right before he hit it.
Oof, well, it's
Oh,
Kandé.
actually.
Ooh. Can I get another look, please?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
One,
Substitutions
2,
in Las
3.
Palmas?
No, I think it's
Okay,
second
sorry,
line.
Mark. We were looking at the replay just to see if
Yeah.
the ball went in. 2
Sorry.
substitutions for Las Palmas.
Yeah, Marc Cardona and Benito are inside. And here the players Sergi Cardona and Sandro are out. But Oscar Hernandez shot with Vitor Roque and Oriol Romeu. I don't know if both players will enter, but Barça will finish the substitutions. We're going to see who is going to enter.
Ali says, what happened? João Felix had a clear opportunity. It went off of the crossbar. Now Lewandowski, I think, is
Yeah,
offside.
that is definitely offside.
Let's put the flag up. Come on.
Yeah.
And
I think that Joao chance was what Spencer said in terms of the rain. I think it skidded right before and that it just had a little bounce, and then obviously it was quite easy to get your foot under that.
we were asking who will score the next goal as Vitor Roque is getting ready to come on. I was giving the options of Ferran.
Also Romeu, both players.
Okay. I was giving the option of Ferran, of João Felix or Lewandowski. Next goal scorer.
I'll take Victor Roque.
Oh, okay. None of the 3.
Vitor Roque, well done, Spence.
I know. It's going to do the same, but I think I'll go for Joao Felix.
We're going for João Felix. I'm going for Lewandowski because I want Spencer to sing the rap. Who's the next goal scorer, Mark? Because there will be a next goal.
João Felix.
Okay. Here comes Koundé driving forward. Got options on the right. Here goes Rafinha. The shot by Rafinha high.
I just wish...
Substitutions.
Sorry, Spence. Substitutions, yeah. Is out our captain. Great game by our captain, Sergio Roberto. Oh, there's no wrap by
There'll
Spence.
be no wrap. Oh,
because
no!
Lewandowski is out. So
Aye.
Vitor Roque and Oriol Romeu inside. Out for Lewandowski, and Sergio Roberto.
There'll be no rest today.
I'm very sad about that.
I'm very sad about that, but I think we need to give a round of applause to the players who are coming off. Round of applause for them. And I would ask the live chat, and myself as well, to fill the live chat with tigers. The tigrinho is coming on. We've got sharks and tigers. Fearful animals.
Fill the live chat with full heads of hair for Oriol Romeu.
I think there's yellow card for Lewandowski. I think it's a yellow card for Lewandowski.
For time
Yeah, we have to check it because it's important. If Lewandowski has the yellow card, he could not play the next game against Cadiz. I don't know if he searches for it, but I see the referee show a yellow card. I think it's for Lewandowski. I'm gonna check it, but it can be very important.
I didn't realize.
Yep. It's confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Yeah, because he was very slowly going to the bench, and he wastes his time. So maybe it's the best way to force the yellow card. But of course, Lewandowski and Íñigo Martínez, 2 players suspended for the next game in Liga against Cadiz.
So Victor Roque will maybe start. It's not a guarantee.
Or maybe Ferran. I mean, we've got with Ferran back, we've got so many options.
There's options. I just want to see him play like 70 minutes, Victor Roque. I want to see what he can do in that time.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Remember that the game against Cadiz fits between the legs against PSG.
Oh.
Here is João Felix. João Felix trying to
Corner.
get around, and he forces a corner kick.
Look at that live table, Robert. It's 5 points.
5 points. Real Madrid still with their game to play this.
I know.
This weekend.
But for now.
But for now. 5 points. Let me ask you a question after this corner kick.
Okay, let's see. Rafinha's going to cross it in. Or maybe not. João Felix now heads over to the ball. Asked to take it short. Rafinha. Rafinha back to João Felix. The pass back to Gundogan. Barça outside of the box. Guanfero with the shot from range, and it goes high over the crossbar. You had a question.
Yeah, so I want to ask you, both of you, just objectively, if you are, or if somebody, hypothetically, was both a Barcelona fan and a Girona fan. Okay, this is Catalonia, it's possible. What would you prefer to have happen tomorrow night at the Santiago Bernabeu between Madrid and Athletic Club? You've got Barça, obviously, at this point in the live table, 5 points back of the title race. You've got Girona entering this weekend 6 points clear of Athletic Club and 7 points clear of the Champions League places as they try to get to the finish line. If you're a fan equally of both teams, what do you want?
I'm saying go freaking Lions.
Of course, at the feet of Real Madrid, Spence. What's the question?
Yeah.
Ooh, Cancelo with a nutmeg.
And about the Girona thing, it depends on Girona. If Girona wins against Betis, they have a great confidence to be in Champions League next year.
That's true.
It's supposed to rain at Montilivi tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and it's supposed to rain the second half, and there's no water in the second half here, so I'm very happy now.
Yeah. Happy but not dry. But anyway,
not at all. But it's windy, so maybe the wind dry me a little bit.
Well, yeah, we've got 7 minutes for that. Anyway, 1-0.
Fine.
It's a bit too tight for comfort.
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
I think you feel better knowing that Las Palmas aren't really attacking and they don't have the legs for that anymore. But of course, it could be a set piece. It could be just one-off play. But
exactly.
I always say I should have taken 1-0. We never do it. Irati did it all the time.
Yeah, just goes 1-0. Yeah, safe bet last season. Right, Íñigo Martínez back to Cancelo, 84th minute. Barça should score a second goal here. Íñigo. Las Palmas well set in their own half. Vitor Roque making a run. Romeu comes across and wins it back for Barça. Good effort by Oriol Romeu there. Hanging onto the ball and feeding João Felix. João Felix with the turn.
nice feet, yeah.
By Mago. Inside pass. Kubatsi, a naughty boy. And now Kubarsi coming across to clear. Oof! Almost gets hurt in the process. No!
Oh, Kubarsi is falling down.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Oh!
He got knocked in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure it's
that
it
little
has to
footwork
be
there from
dangerous,
Joao?
yeah.
Ole.
But yeah, we've got the replay of the Joao moment there and the Cancelo nutmeg and roulette after that. Madabral, we've made all 5 substitutions, so if, we're hoping that Kubarsi is all right, right?
Yeah, it's all
fine.
right, and
He's
it's
good.
impossible to notice for the images, but it's incredible the noise of the stadium in every clear made by Kubarsi. Every fan in the stand is making it's like not celebrating a goal, but very quite similar when forward make a magic action like Joao Felix. So it was the same noise when Kubarsi made the clear. Incredible.
Yeah, I think people understand what he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah. I think today it's been very visual what he's done as well with that cross in the first half. Let's not forget about that, because that was absolutely amazing pass.
Well, here's what we were talking about. Las Palmas inside of Barca's box. Why? The shot blocked by Kubarsi. Can we clear the ball from here, please? Romeo,
Yeah.
well done. Thank you. 86th minute.
A little edgier now than it was.
I'm a little... I mean, I'm not sitting on the edge of my seat, but...
31% possession for Las Palmas. That might be a season low.
Las Palmas with the ball. Sending a question here to...
Well, you need to get
Careful!
focused.
Oh,
side
my
netting. I saw that in for a second.
I
Shot.
really thought that went in.
See?
You need to focus.
Well,
What are you doing?
see what I was saying, though? I was sending a question to Pep Moledo so that we could ask our fans. I wanted
Spence,
to ask
I'm
you
in a
guys.
few meters of the action, and I see inside absolutely
Yeah.
this action of
I really
Moledo.
thought that was...
Moledo, just, well, happily...
Moledo, no,
gliding, Moledo gliding along forward, past Romeo, shot with his left foot, and
Ter Stegen
Ter
has no
Stegen,
chance.
there was nothing he could do there.
And that's the change.
Another yellow card, another player suspended for the game against Cádiz.
Who are we going to play
Joao
with?
Cancelo.
Oof.
Cancelo, Lewandowski, and Íñigo Martínez will be suspended for this game against Cádiz.
We're starting to have just very few players to travel to Cádiz because we've got all the injuries as well.
Basically. Kubarsi is going to be the oldest player on the pitch now.
Yes, exactly. We're going to have to take our under-15s. Joao Cancelo, yellow card.
Barca's a little bit tired today. In the last minutes, maybe the international break is making something in the players. There's a lot of players who played a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
So long time without playing.
I have to say though, honestly, Las Palmas have been playing with 10 for most of the game. So
yeah, of course, but there's a lot of troubles for Barca players. It's not an excuse, it's just explaining one of the reasons because Barca is a little bit tired in these last minutes.
Yeah. Well, I was typing a question which is right now on our screens. Are you nervous about this 1-0? Yes, no, biting my nails. I'm not biting my nails, but I am nervous right now.
My gut hasn't gone into butterfly mode yet.
Yeah, no, not for me
But
either.
I am all of a sudden like
At the
further
edge.
forward on my seat. I'm like
Was it that meme
nearing
when it's
the
just
edge.
like when you lean forward?
Yeah.
I think like Las Palmas hasn't. Well, I mean, apart from that last opportunity, they haven't really given us a reason to be nervous.
No.
Yeah, apart from that Moledo.
Yeah, apart from
shock.
that one little opportunity. Other than that, I think we've been controlling the game quite comfortably so far.
What could be the other time, guys?
Oh yes, I was going to say, are we going to play the added time game?
4 minutes.
Substitutions, goal. I'll go 5.
I'll go 4.
I go 3.
Alex 3, Spencer and Mark 4. I'll go 5. Right, lovely little turn by Romeo there.
Nicely
defending
done.
well here.
That's what he's been doing so well for
Yeah.
so long. We haven't seen it as much this year with Barça, but that's the Oriol Romeo that we know.
Nearing the 90th minute. It's 1-0. The Rafinha goal is what's giving Barca 3 points right now. I'd be very happy to see another goal go in. Be it the shark, be it the tiger, whichever animal wants to score. Fine. How much, Mark?
Five.
To have Marbrau there, but
5.
5 minutes. Oh, I got it right. Is Cancelo on the left. Barca slowly cooking this one.
Yeah. It's fine.
We're taking our foot off the gas.
This is like old style, you know.
Turn the temperature down.
Yeah.
Just let it
Keep
let
possession.
it simmer.
Just keep it. If you have the ball, they don't.
Yep.
Fine.
Best way of defending.
They're tired as well. Have them run around.
That
Rafinha goes down, Refrisa's play on, Romeo through to Koundé now,
Sure.
Gundogan tells him where he wants it, Gundogan with the cross blocked.
There you go.
Palmas trying to play from behind. Nika Marmol under pressure, Vito Roque making a run at Aron. Kubarsi, careful. Back to...
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mark. We couldn't hear you.
I just, I'm all the time saying 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, but I cannot understand what you answered to me. So 5 minutes, and now Montjuic is trying to shout Barça. Yeah, it's trying to encourage the team because I think the players are a little bit nervous. Take care with that action of Las Palmas.
Careful.
And it's a great, clearly.
Just
but
commit a
Inigo
foul,
Martinez.
do something. There you go.
Well done, Inigo, with the help of Joao Felix tracking back to knock the ball away.
All right, should we do the lean? I'm going to do the lean for the last 3 minutes. Let's lean.
Oof.
Roque trying to play it forward for Ferran Torres, who had clear chance, which was well saved by Aron. 3 minutes remaining. Oh dear. Getting flashbacks, Spence, to last season.
Yeah.
Oof.
Don't like that.
Again, a little
Don't like
nutmeg.
this.
Las Palmas building.
Not a fan of that.
Moreiro outside to Marvin, the cross inside, and who came across? Kubarsi.
I'm beating my nails, guys.
Vamos, vamos,
Yeah.
vamos, vamos.
Well, so are we.
Imagine what this game would have looked like if Las Palmas had 11 for the whole game.
It definitely would have been so different. Oh, that
Cross
was
inside, careful. Kubarsi again.
Freaking
Inigo.
Kubarsi, man.
Las Palmas are recovering the ball so well.
This is not good right now. Las Palmas with the build-up again down the right-hand side. Cross blocked. Well done, Cancelo. Can we clear?
It's incredible what Cancelo is doing. It's just a few meters for me. Cancelo, as you can see, is not going to the ball. He's just waiting for Alex Suarez to pushing him down. It's just the only thing he wanted to do.
Robert Vasek going 2-0 on the live chat. I wish you were right.
Hopefully.
Kubarsi there with another clearance just a minute ago. Well, you have to admire Las Palmas for putting up a fight like this with 10 men. Barca really struggling.
I just showed a shot of Valles, who
Yeah.
I don't know if you can fully blame him for committing that foul. He kind of had no choice, but they got to have him in this game.
He had a chance to win the ball in that 50-50 as well, but obviously just came in a tad bit late.
Yeah.
1 minute, 10 seconds remaining, and Las Palmas have the ball. There's a Barca player down. Get up, please. We need to secure these 3 points to head into the next game with positive sensations.
They're going to
Nika
get
Marmol from behind.
He had 10 days off after this, so...
It's the last one for Las Palmas.
Last one for Las Palmas. I'm surprised they decided to just play the ball, not look for a long one, as they've been given a chance to play from behind. Marvin couldn't get around Cancelo, but the ball did go off of Barca's defender. Throw in on the right-hand side for Las Palmas. Going to swing it in. Alex Suarez. Barca
Hold it.
clear. Joao Felix clears long out into Las Palmas half.
It's time.
No, 15 seconds remaining still. Vitor Roque pressuring Escandé. Mika Marmo, Barça can recover through Rafinha. No,
It's
Mika
finished,
Marmo back
guys.
to Escandé.
We win.
And there it is. We won!
Not the easiest.
Not the easiest at all. It's the end of the game. Barça 1, Las Palmas 0. Las Palmas played with 10 men for about an hour there. But Barça managed to pull through with a win in a second half in which Rafinha scored, gave Barça the lead. We had chances to make it 2-0. But Las Palmas made it uncomfortable for us in those last few minutes, guys.
Needed to pull through and needed to hold on, and somehow they found a way to do that. They channeled a bit of what they did last year to make it happen.
Alex, I mean...
It wasn't easy, especially at the end when everyone started getting tired. Las Palmas, we definitely opened a lot of space for them to attack and get those opportunities in. I think we're lucky that Las Palmas didn't score off those opportunities, but nothing to fault. We dominated the entire match, just needed one more goal at least.
Yes, we needed one more to make the end of the game just like a soothing experience, a comfortable experience for all of us here. But, well, we're used to the highs and lows and all of the emotions surrounding Barca's games, and they always make it exciting for us. Before we go to the post-game show, because stay tuned, we are going to a post-game show with highlights coming to you. We've got all the reactions coming from players and coaches from Montjuic. They'll be talking to Marbrau, but before we head over to that, give us your rate the game from 1 to 10. What did you think of that game? For me, it was going to be more of an 8. I'm downgrading it to a 7.
Really?
Because of how it ended.
I thought they did plenty to win this game.
They did.
3 points.
Yeah.
I mean,
They did.
We were saying it in the first half after the red card. They only need 1. They got it. So we would have been far more disappointed if they had gone through all that trouble and not found the 1. But eventually they were there, and I'll give it an 8. I think it was they did what they needed to do. B.
Alex?
It's a hard one though, isn't it? I think an 8, I would agree with that, just of the way that the game went and the way that, you know, our players got the opportunities and everything was right. It was the right thing to do. Kept possession, ball recovery was really well. Again, it was just that last play that was kind of missing to score the goal, but everything else I think went as planned and as it should have been.
See a mixed bag of reactions from our live chat. We've got 7, 7.5s, a few more disappointed results. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming on the live chat. We're going to take a very brief break here, gather our thoughts, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the post-game show. Highlights, reactions, all coming to you here. Stay tuned.
de esta liga y bueno, seguimos peleando hasta el final.
Welcome to the post-match show, and it was Barca 1, Las Palmas 0 in a tight affair at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. And this is the celebration of the goal that gives Barca the 3 points. Rafinha and Cancelo, João Felix with the energetic celebration after that fantastic header by Rafinha that put the ball into the back of the net. Delivery by João Felix as well. It was quite the goal, very similar to the one that Rafinha scored last season in Pamplona. Rafinha, who was one of the best players tonight, playing on the left at the beginning, then he drifted into the middle after the first substitutions, then he finished on the right as well. And that was his celebration of the goal that, as I say, gives Barca 3 points, gets Barca 5 behind Real Madrid, pending the Merengues games tomorrow in La Liga. And when we saw Álvaro Valles, the Las Palmas keeper, get sent off in the first half, we didn't imagine that this would end up being such a tight clash.
Credit to them, they defended for 60+ minutes with a man down. But in the end, quality usually shines through. It doesn't always happen that way. And today, Barca needed one moment of quality, and they found it from João Felix and Rafinha.
We'll have reactions coming in a second. Also, the highlights of this 1-0 win at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. But Alex Ibaceta, you said that you saw most of the things that you saw Barca do today you liked. It was just about putting the finishing touch on it.
Yeah, definitely. We kept possession really well. I think the movements that we saw with our strikers, essentially, we saw that Rafinha late run, as we said. I think Lamine Yamal, when he was on, he was making great runs in behind. The players that you wanted to shined, and the players that were doing the hard work, as Gundogan, for example, a lot of tackles, a lot of recoveries, a lot of key passes to players that would then make, those attacking passes. It was everything you wanted, except for scoring goals.
Well, I'm sure that there are going to be people who are going to focus on, why Barca weren't able to score more goals against the 10 men of Las Palmas. We'll come with more analysis in a minute, but we've got the first reactions coming from the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Let's go to Marbrau with Rafinha.
He was involved in all the important actions in this game. We are with the game-winning scorer. Rafinha, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas noches.
Muy bien, buenas noches.
Bueno, un gol importante para el equipo en un resultado seguramente corto, ¿no? Para lo que se ha visto en el campo.
Bueno, un resultado un poco corto. Bueno, tuvimos muchas ocasiones que podremos haber marcado en la primera parte principalmente. En la segunda parte el partido se quedó un poco más cerrado por el equipo de Las Palmas, pero importante que logremos marcar el gol y salir con victoria.
Un partido importante porque veníais de muchos días sin jugar y ahora también estaréis muchos días sin jugar hasta la eliminatoria contra el Paris Saint-Germain. Era importante mantener esa buena dinámica en la Liga.
Bueno, era importante mantener las victorias. Sabemos la importancia de los 3 puntos hasta el final de esta liga. Y bueno, sabíamos que tendríamos que dar nuestro mejor y creo que fue lo que hicimos en el campo. Entonces, lo más importante es que ganamos y que salimos con la victoria.
Rafinha, hoy has estado en todas, ¿eh? Te han anulado un gol que aún no sabemos por qué. Te han hecho la entrada, la roja y has marcado el gol. ¿Satisfecho también con tu actuación?
Sí, muy satisfecho, la verdad. Yo particularmente, yo siempre busco mi mejor, sea la posición que voy a jugar. Lo importante es que siempre tenga en la cabeza en ayudar al equipo, donde sea. Y bueno, lo importante es logré hacer un buen partido, logré ayudar al equipo a salir con la victoria. Bueno, y sobre el gol, el primer gol, voy a buscar el vídeo para entender lo que ha pasado, pero bueno, lo importante es que ganamos y salimos con los 3 puntos.
Ya para acabar, te ha puesto un buen balón João Felix y ya sabemos que de cabeza marcas buenos goles, ¿eh? Las has puesto ahí en la escuadra.
You scored a header as well today, which is something relatively new for you.
El balón que has metido Félix es espectacular. Un balón de un jugadorazo con mucha calidad y sabemos lo potencial.
I was happy to have helped and happy to have helped the team to win the game today. It was a great pass over the top from João Felix.
Logré hacer el gol, que es lo más importante.
Gracias, Rafa, enhorabuena.
Gracias.
the words by Rafinha, who said, João Felix put me an incredible ball just to put the header to the top corner. And he said, of course, that he want to take a look to the video to understand why the first goal in the first round was not conceded by the referee.
Well, it was a bit of a mystery for us as well, but the reactions there of one of our candidates for man of the match, Rafinha. I'm being told that we can connect with our colleague Pablo Wolves. Pablo Wolves, you'll be joining us on Barca 1 very soon. I think you're in Barcelona. What were your thoughts on tonight's match?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here in freezing Montjuic, and it was raining heavily in the first half. But I'm very cold. They tried to kick me out the stadium, but I said I was on Barca Live, so I've been allowed to stay. But yeah, important win for Barca. I mean, important win. I think you guys said it. We've got a lot of days now to the PSG game. Bit of a weird situation, really, with having no La Liga game because of the Copa del Rey final on next Saturday or next Sunday. So we've got a long break. So we knew we had to win tonight. We knew we had to get the points because else it's a long time to be thinking to go to the Parc des Princes without anything. So we knew we needed to win, and we knew Las Palmas were going to be tough defensively, strong defensively. After the break as well, with the international break, I think we were having a good rhythm before that, and I think it maybe cut us up a little bit. So it was just important to get back playing today, get the boys back on the field, and get the 3 points. We knew it was going to be difficult with 10 men. Look, we maybe thought we were going to be more dominant in the second half and score more goals. We had good chances, but sometimes you can't get over the line. And to be fair, Las Palmas this season have been one of the most resolute sides in La Liga. I know they've slipped up a bit more of late, but they are strong defensively, and I think they showed that tonight. Actually, I was really impressed with them defensively. So, look, we'll take the win. Rafinha, always involved for me, top player. Brilliant goal. João Felix, good impact off the bench too. And I think Barca will take that, all things considered.
Pablo, you came to Barcelona thinking, okay, well, I'm leaving the UK, sunny weather in Barcelona, and, well, you got the heaviest rain we've had in a while.
Incredible. I've been in Spain for the last week now for Semana Santa, and all the procesiones have had to be cancelled most days as well. And it's just been crazy. There's no difference to the UK. Get me back, ain't it? But it was great to be back in Montjuic tonight. I haven't been to Montjuic yet. I've been to Camp Nou a few times, and it was great to be in Montjuic and be around all the culés and see everyone supporting the team. Good turnout as well tonight, by the way, despite the rain. Really good atmosphere. Fans enjoyed it. We're all behind the team, and it's an important win for Barca. We had to keep ticking over tonight, like I said, with the break before PSG. We really had to, and it's one of those games where you take the 1-0 and run really. So, all things considered, it's good, but I've been very cold and very wet.
I can imagine. Pablo, one final question. What can we take from this game and, of course, the past performances before the international break, heading into the next crucial clash, which is PSG in a week and a half?
I think a massive thing is the fact that we're not conceding as many goals. I mean, last season, I think it was one of the big reasons for our success was the defence and how well everyone did back there. Best defensive team in Europe. And we're conceding few goals again right now. Another clean sheet again tonight is important. I know, obviously, Las Palmas were going to attack less after they went up to 10 men. Everyone understands that, but it's still important to... That gives you the foundation. And in Champions League, that is the foundation, in fact. You can't be conceding a lot of goals and going on to win the tournament. So that's really important now as we enter the final stage of the season. Look, we've stopped conceding silly goals. I think that's the main takeaway I take from this game. It's one of those where, because they've gone up to 10 men so early, we know we're going to have all the ball. We know it's going to be us, attack versus defence for the whole game. It's not going to be an end-to-end match. So I think if you can keep the clean sheet, get over the line, you'll be happy with that. But I think keeping the defence tight is massively important, and we've done that in recent weeks.
Well, Pablo, we'll let you get back home, have a warm shower and warm up, and we look forward to having you here in Barca 1 shortly.
Yeah, can't wait. See you guys very soon, eh? Pleasure.
See you, Pablo. I have to agree. One of the main positives of this game is that yet again we haven't conceded. Wait a minute, we've got more reactions.
Oh.
Mar Brau with Ferran Torres.
He's returning to the pitch after 59 days. We miss him. Ferran Torres, què tal, Ferran? Com estàs? Bona tarda.
Bona tarda, què tal?
Bé, content i amb ganes de tornar ja, m'imagino, als terrenys de joc. Se t'ha fet una miqueta llarg, m'imagino, tot aquest període.
Sí, se m'ha fet llarg, però bueno, lo important és que ja ha passat tot, ja estic de tornada i això és el més important.
I ajudant a l'equip, no? Quan has entrat al partit ja estava 1-0, però la sensació és que l'equip està aconseguint aquests bons resultats i continua en aquesta bona dinàmica.
Sí, l'important ara mateix que estem en l'últim tram de la temporada és marcar els punts de 3 en 3.
The important thing at this stage of the season is to get 3 points after 3 points.
No sé si també al final, als últims minuts, l'equip ha patit una mica més.
In the final minutes, the team would lack a little bit.
No tu, però sí que molts dels teus companys han tingut partits internacionals i ells també són un bon equip.
But the team are really coming together. We're able to suffer and to struggle on.
És important saber sofrir.
It's important to be able to do that.
És l'important i hem tret els 3 punts.
So we're happy with the 3 points.
L'equip està recuperant aquesta solidesa defensiva, no? Són ja 5 partits seguits a la Lliga sense encaixar. No sé si també això és un factor determinant.
You've gone several games without conceding, and that's important as well.
El partit se comencen guanyant en la porteria a 0, estem mantenint les porteries a 0 i a partir d'ahí pues
it's important to keep clean sheets and from there you can build to score and to win.
Ferran, ara portaves temps sense jugar, avui ha jugat, ara l'equip torna a parejar fins a aquesta eliminatòria contra el Paris Saint-Germain. És un bon període, no?, per acabar d'agafar del tot ja les sensacions, per agafar els mecanismes i agafar amb el màxim optimisme aquest tram final de temporada.
Exacte, així és. A sumar ara també entrenaments amb l'equip, que ja he dut dies hasta el partit i afrontar el
We need to train well, we need to play well and then move on from there.
Ferran Torres, who played a few minutes in the second half after 2 months injured, and he's very looking forward for the future, just to thinking in the game against Paris Saint-Germain. Next week, Barça don't have any game of the league, so Ferran is thinking about this option just to recover at all. He's recovered because he played in the second half. Ferran Torres, who said it was a little bit tough to play the last few minutes, but it's quite important, of course, the clean sheets, 5 consecutive clean sheets for Barça in the last 5 league games.
Well, I have to agree. It was the point that I was about to bring up before we had to go to Madrid with Ferran Torres. Just how important it is that we're staying consistent at the back. We're not conceding that many opportunities. There were a couple of scares, the Saul Coco free kick and then Moledo in the second half, but as a whole, it was a solid performance at the back by Barça. Las Palmas, obviously down to 10 men, weren't all that proactive. But 5 games in a row without conceding is very important.
Yeah, and Pablo said it well, that this game isn't really a shining example of showcasing their best defense because obviously Las Palmas had 10 men for the majority of the game, so it would be a little bit harder for them to break through. But I think on the whole, if you go back to the point when Ter Stegen returned to the team, that's when this defense regained their captain. And he's also obviously at this point the captain of the team as a whole, but he captains that back line. And Iñaki Peña did as much as he could in his time, but he's not Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And with Ter Stegen in the 11, this team is very formidable defensively.
We're seeing photographs of this game as we wait for the highlights. Alex, what did you think of that? Not just today, how Barca have managed to turn a situation in which they were giving away just easy, silly goals. What was it, month and a half, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
To now putting together a run of 5 consecutive games without conceding. Spencer references to Stegen, but we're also doing it with a changing lineup of defenders. It's not always been the same back four.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely a thing of confidence. I think we've seen so many changes to the back line, but anyone who slots in has the confidence to keep that consistency up. Maybe it is, Ter Stegen giving that confidence from behind to kind of push them a bit further, especially when you look at the offensive players from the defensive line as well. We need that start coming from the back to be able to then move forward. And then again, having that confidence in your back line gives you all the confidence going forwards, knowing that you don't have to worry about tracking back as much. And again, the defensive line can push the attack forward, so then we have more space up. You see it with the women, for example. The centre backs push up so high that you have so much more freedom to play ahead. So now you're kind of seeing that confidence. But I think it's going to be crucial. I think Spence said it earlier, to compete at a high level, you do need a good defensive line. I think we have that.
Well, exactly, and we talk about high level. What's coming up is high level, and Barca are going to need to stay solid at the back and not give away easy opportunities. I mean, I can't even imagine an end of the game like the one we had today with PSG as the opponent.
Well, and you said it earlier, this is going to be 180 minutes, not 90. So the idea that the first game will completely determine how this two-legged tie ends, it's very unlikely that the tie will be over after 90 minutes. Not to say that one team couldn't go ahead and score, 3 or 4. I guess it's possible, but even still, we know between Barça and PSG that still doesn't mean that the two-legged tie is over. So this is the best thing for Barça is that they've got 10 days or maybe 9 days. I can't remember. I think it would be 9 because they play on a
we're playing on a Tuesday. Yeah,
Tuesday, and then they come back on the no, they play on a Wednesday and then they come back on the Tuesday. So
yes, true.
So 10 days, and in that span, PSG have a league game, a domestic cup game, and another league game tomorrow. There's 2 league games. They have one tomorrow, and then they play midweek on the 3rd, and then they play again, I think, on the 6th. So they're going to play a lot of games.
And then there'll be 2 theories. What would you rather? Stay in the competitive mode, have playing time, or have the 9-10 days to prepare?
No, it's definitely hard work. I think for us, considering the amount of injuries that we have, I think those rest days are going to be taking very positively, because you don't want to risk any more players getting injured, and you don't want those key players to be tired when you're going to have to play 180 minutes against a PSG side who we know can tire you out quite easily. So for me, I'm taking the rest days.
And it's also, talk about rest days, we never like to see players suspended ever. However, sometimes it's not a terrible thing, because they got 2 games against PSG. Sandwiched in between that is a game against Cadiz. All respect to Cadiz. They're trying to fight out of the relegation zone. After that, you then have to go play at the Bernabeu. So the fact that Lewandowski, Inigo Martinez,
and Cancelo,
and Joao Cancelo all aren't allowed to play in that Cadiz game means that they're just going to have to rest on that weekend, which is fine.
Yeah. I mean, all 3 players were 1 yellow card away from suspension, and they saw the yellow card today, so they will miss that game against Cadiz in the next round of games in La Liga. Las Palmas did have their opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we said it, it's not surprising that they had the opportunities. We're just like they didn't capitalize. There was 2 clear opportunities, a free kick, and then at the end one, I think our hearts stopped.
Yes,
because we saw that in.
Yep.
Where we saw the net ripple and we were like, right, that's it. But yeah, it's not surprising, and I think they did well towards the end of the game to advance forwards, took advantage that we were tired, and they took advantage of the spaces that we were leaving behind. But all in all, for 10 players down, I think it was expected to drop low and defend with the 5 defensive line, essentially.
We were expecting at the beginning maybe a battle for possession. It never turned into that.
No, because of that extra man that Barça had throughout the game. I did a game last year in the Segunda between Las Palmas and Andorra, and those 2 teams last year were 1 and 2 in the Segunda in possession, and this is very similar to this. And the same thing happened. In the first minute, I can't remember if it was Las Palmas or Andorra, but a player got sent off, and it turned into what this game was, which is one team with the ball, doing everything they can to score, struggling to do so. That one ended 0-0. This one, Barça found a way through because they have the quality.
Right. I think it's time to start to vote for our man of the match here. We've got several candidates. Interesting performances. I'd like to know Marbrau's thoughts first, so shall we head over to the interview area in the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic? Marbrau, who are your votes of man of the match for?
As I said during the game, I think there's one man of the match, and we'll listen to him. It's Rafinha, 3 points for him because he's involved in all the important actions who took care in the match. He scored the first goal in the first half. We don't know why the referee has not considered the goal. He was involved in the action of the red card of the goalkeeper Álvaro Valles, and he scored the game-winning goal for Barça. For me, in the second position, I put Pau Cubarsí because especially in the last minutes, he made an incredible action just to clear the 2 or 3 options of Unión Deportiva Las Palmas. It was like the oldest one in the pitch, and he's only 17 years old, so 2 points for Pau Cubarsí, and 1 is for Joao Felix. 7 assists this season. He make an incredible action also in a turn and a roulette in the second half, and I think he played a very good minute. So this is my 3 players. 3 points for Rafinha, 2 for Cubarsí, and 1 for the assist man goal, Joao Felix.
Marc Brau, we've listened to Rafinha, we've listened to Ferran Torres. Might we have a couple more reactions?
Yeah, in a few minutes we will have Xavi, the coach. Remember that Xavi is not in the bench tonight because he's suspended. Also, he will be suspended in the next game against Cádiz. The same as Íñigo Martínez, Cancelo, Lewandowski. Remember, they got the 5th yellow card, so they will be suspended for the next game. So you cannot see him, but in a few minutes we will interview Xavi.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to hearing our head coach's reactions. First with Marc Brau and then in the press conference. We're still waiting for the highlights as well. In the meantime, Alex Ibarteta, your votes for player of the match.
It was, I think, Cubarsí. I think, again, I mean, I think we've said it plenty of times throughout the match to know how impactful he was to Rafinha. I think had a really good match, could have assisted, could have scored, was really involved in most of the attack. I think the way that we wanted Lamine Yamal to be involved in the attack, and thirdly Gundogan. I think he was the silent player. I think if you kind of look just for those key passes, he's not going to be the one to make that. I think his recovery is really good today, which was key when you're talking about Las Palmas. So I think his silent role was quite big today.
Spence, your votes.
I'm right there with Alex. It was Cubarsí all the way. If he's not in this game, I don't know how many balls slip through in the middle and have a chance to be at least a shot on target for Las Palmas. So I know Rafinha scored the goal, and it's nothing against Rafinha in this game. He scored the goal that made the difference, but he also missed a couple of chances too that at least I thought had a chance to be more than what they were. And Joao Felix, I give him number 2 because he came into the game and changed it. The assist is obvious, but he was creating chances on the left-hand side, and obviously that chip pass over the top is what football is made
exquisite.
for. So he gets my 2, and Cubarsí, Cubarsí.
It's an assist. I like to think of plays sometimes that are designed to be seen in slow-mo. That pinpoint cross. It's almost as if it's delivered in
the way you
slow
follow
motion.
the ball in.
It floats in right onto Rafinha's head. To me, he is my man of the match because he scored the winner, but he was involved in all of the key actions of the game. He scored. He was the player who managed to get the Las Palmas goalkeeper sent off. He had a goal disallowed, which we haven't really talked about and we haven't needed to, but I'm still struggling to understand why. We also saw him play on the left, we saw him play in the middle, we saw him play on the right, and he thrived in all 3 roles. So for me, the 3 points go to Rafinha, as García Pimienta has just headed into the press room, which is maybe a signal that Xavi Hernandez will be heading in soon. Pau Cubarsí, for me, second, because he was doing everything right. He was correcting at the back, he was clearing, but he also initiates just so well. He managed to pick out the right player almost every time, feeding the ball forward, the direct pass so that then someone can lay it off to a teammate and create the opportunity. So for me, Cubarsí and the mature Pau Cubarsí at the age of 17 gets the 2 points. Lewandowski, I gave 1 point to because I felt like he was doing the right things as well, especially in the first half. He had that opportunity that went off of the crossbar. There were other players as well that could have been awarded the point as well. You mentioned Joao Felix. I agree as well. So those are my votes.
It's going to be close,
and
then.
it's going to be close. I think Pau Cubarsí
there you go.
Gets the one extra point.
Cubarsí.
Pau Cubarsí, our man of the match here on Barça Live. I'm always happy when we get a Masia player who's man of the match. 87 successful passes, 7 recoveries. He had 5 clearances as well and 1 opportunity inside the box, a header in the first half on a total of 103 touches. Once again, Pau Cubarsí is Barça Live's man of the match. Let's go to Marc Brau. He has the reactions of our head coach, Xavi Hernandez.
saying hello to Sandro. He's saying hello to Sandro. We're going to interview first in Catalan and then in English. Xavi, què tal? Bona nit.
Bona nit, què tal?
Bé, sé que pateixes molt quan estàs a dalt i quan no estàs a la banqueta, però bé, quina visió has tingut del partit? Com has vist aquesta victòria?
Bé, crec que hem fet un bon partit, la victòria és molt merescuda i després de quedar-se a les Palmes amb 10 encara hem dominat més el partit, hem tingut moltes ocasions, hem generat moltíssim, com per sentenciar molt abans el partit, no ho hem fet i al final, doncs, com ens ha passat al llarg de la temporada, penso que és un bon resum del que hem sigut aquesta temporada. No? Patir més del compte, no tenir tanta efectivitat i al final una de Moleiro et poden empatar el partit. Ens ha passat moltes vegades i penso que és error nostre, hem de sentenciar aquests partits.
Però no ha passat, són ja 5 partits seguits a la Lliga sense encaixar cap gol. Després de com ha anat tota la temporada i del que t'hem sentit a la sala de premsa dient són errors nostres, això ho hem de corregir, arribeu a un moment clau de la temporada amb aquesta confiança defensiva, això també és important.
Molt important, el 5è partit de porteria 0 a la Lliga,
really important to keep the clean sheet in La Liga. They didn't attack as much because they went down to 10 men.
De la seva àrea a nivell defensiu i penso que amb això hem millorat moltíssim.
Ja vas dir que segurament no faries gaire rotacions perquè ara també tenies dies per descansar, però et vull preguntar també per l'aportació des de la banqueta, perquè avui
I want to ask you about the movement on the bench as well.
Content suposo també per tenir el Ferran de tornada.
Ferran Torres came back off injury. And what do you think happened in the second half with that aspect?
Últimament penso que tothom és important, així ho han entès tots els jugadors, tothom és partícip, tothom tindrà minuts.
It's really important that everybody participates, that everybody gets minutes.
El veig bé, amb ambició, amb ganes.
And they're looking keen, they're looking like they've got a lot of desire as well and really motivated.
És un moment estrany de la temporada perquè habitualment arriben
It's a strange time in the season as well because you've got that break coming up for the Cup final. Then you've got the game against Paris Saint-Germain coming up straight away.
Creus que això li pot venir bé també a l'equip? Un cop havent guanyat avui,
Penso que és positiu per nosaltres, no? Portem molts minuts acumulats.
I think it's positive for us. We've accumulated a lot of minutes. We've got the internationals who've gone away as well.
We'll go to the last question.
I think it's good for us to rest up ahead of the game in the Champions League.
More than you deserve. That is like the same what happened during all the season. 1-0, suffering until the last minute, but you're so happy with the win.
Yes, very happy and very satisfied with the performance, but I think we needed to score more goals. It happened many times, a lot of times this season, and it's a pity because it's from our mistakes. And then we suffer in the last minutes, but I think it's a well-deserved victory and very important.
Yes, Xavi.
Yes.
The words of Xavi Hernandez. He's going through the press conference room right now. We were going to listen to him, but in Catalan he said the same that he explained in English about the game. We asked them also about the possibility that Barça has to work for the game against Paris Saint-Germain. We play today, 10 days for the next game against Paris Saint-Germain, and Xavi said that it's quite positive to the team, just over the win, just to have 2 days rest and then prepare the game against Paris Saint-Germain. Xavi Hernandez, remember, he cannot be in the bench in the next game against Cádiz in La Liga.
Thank you very much, Marbrao. The reactions there of our head coach, who we'll be seeing in the press room in just a few minutes. García Pimienta is addressing the press right now. We're waiting for the highlights as well. We hope we can get one highlight in before the press conference as soon as we get them. Xavi Hernandez will be happy about how consistent the team has been over the last few games.
Yeah, there was a brewing meme or image of Xavi sad in the rain if Barça didn't come away with 3 points tonight. But they did, and they got the job done, and he'll do the same exact thing in Cádiz where it'll probably be raining.
Well, I hope not. Why?
I don't know. It just seems like that's the way it's going these days. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, Xavi can, I'm sure we'll be happy that he gets time to prepare this game for PSG as well, and I reckon we'll be focusing on all the positives maybe he saw today, the being solid at the back, creating the opportunities up front, heading into that clash against PSG.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to build on. I think, the hard work is done in the sense that we know we're consistently defensively. We have the ideas going forward. Now it's just working on that last bit of it, and you tweak things based on the team that you're playing against, obviously. So to have 10 days after a good run of games, consistency in form, to be able to just tweak those advantages that would give you against PSG in this case, and not having to work on defensive lines and attacking, plays. You have that already, so you can kind of focus on the more key aspects when you're playing such a big game against PSG. So I think it's definitely going to be an advantage for Xavi going forward.
While we wait for more reactions, we've got what García Pimienta had to say about Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí after this game. So let's listen to what the Las Palmas head coach had to say in his press conference.
Quan tu vas marxar al Barça el 2021, no sé si havies, suposo que sí, sentit a parlar d'aquests dos nanos que avui han jugat amb 16 i 17 anys.
What do you think about the players who you were bringing through when you were in charge of the B team? You came up against some of them today. If you're playing against the Barça first team, then you know that the players are good enough to feature for the first team. They've been playing with the national teams. Lamine Yamal was playing for the national team as well. Cubarsí is playing really well as well. Las Palmas have also got great players who've been coming up through the youth system, and we've got players from Barça who are playing for us as well.
The reactions there of García Pimienta talking about the youngsters Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí. Two impressive players. Maybe a quieter performance today by Lamine Yamal. We did mention at halftime, like, one of the things that we were lacking was just like looking for him a little bit more, for him to be able to create a quieter performance. As I say, Cubarsí, well, we gave him the MVP.
Yeah, but credit to García Pimienta for recognizing what the La Masia has given Barca's senior team, because he knows that. He was in charge of the B team at the time when they were known as Barça B, before it was Barça Athletic. And although he might not have had those two players in his squad because they were playing at a younger level, either the Cadete or even further down in Alevi, in the under 14s, under 12s, he still realizes the process, and he's taken a lot of that mentality and mindset and done an excellent job with Las Palmas this year.
They've been playing consistent minutes over the last few weeks. If you're Xavi Hernandez, Alex Ibaceta, do you put them in the lineup in Paris?
I think Cubarsí, yes. Lamine Yamal is another one. I think it's going to be dependent on where you want Ferran, Joao, Lewandowski. You have a lot more attacking options than you do defensive options. And I think Cubarsí has definitely solidified his place. I think the confidence that he has is the confidence that you want in your centre-back when you're playing against a team like PSG. But I think Lamine Yamal has it a bit more difficult, but it also depends on what Xavi wants from certain players. Where do you put Joao Felix? Where do you put Ferran? Yeah. And where does Lamine Yamal come into play from that?
Maybe have him as a surprise factor coming off of the bench. I mean, I don't know. Xavi just has a lot of trust in these two youngsters. You've got Fermin as well, also as a young player coming in because of the absences of the other midfielders. We'll see if they're available in Paris. But Spence, if you're Xavi, do you play, let's say, the adults, the players who you're paying the big bucks to, or do you just play the most informed players who right now are those two youngsters?
I'll answer your question with a question, because there's two different portions of this that we have to look at. There's the front line, who's going to lead the attack, and
well, Lewandowski.
But alongside Lewandowski, who's going to be that front three that goes out and tries to get goals. Joao Felix, Lamine, Ferran, they're all options, right? It's not so much a question at the back of who is going to be there. I don't think that's as much of a doubt with Cubarsí. I think he should be in there. Araujo, Koundé, Cancelo, right? We kind of know what the back line looks like. However, the question is, what do we do about Mbappe? How do you make sure that somebody is stuck to him like glue for 180 minutes? Because Xavi knew what to do with Vinicius, but Vinicius was a little bit more of a winger playing out wide. Mbappe is gunning down the middle. someone's got to find a way to stick with him, because if you're not careful, he is gone, and you've conceded a goal before you can blink.
How do you stop that?
It's a hard question, isn't it?
It is a very hard question.
Usually, you know, in olden times, I guess you can say, you would rely on Araujo to kind of be that player that would pest, you know, the opponent's best player. And maybe, you know, it is a possibility, definitely not. I think Cubarsí doesn't have the experience to maybe be that player just yet.
Yeah. But
then you have someone like Joao Cancelo, who could potentially be that player when you look at the players available at the moment. But it's definitely a question that I don't want to be Xavi for.
Yeah.
It's a question that we need to answer within the next 10 days. And I will be curious to see how Xavi kind of deals with that. That play that, again, in the league, you know, you don't see it as often to the quality of Mbappe, really.
No, exactly. But there are things that Barca can do to counter what Mbappe brings to the table. One is to limit how much PSG has the ball. Barca's midfield, in spite of all the absences, has managed to find a way to make an impact on games. Gundogan, once again, playing further behind. We've seen him in all sorts of positions this season, alongside Sergi Roberto, who's been strong as well, the energy of Fermin. So I think those three players, maybe if Christensen manages to return, maybe Xavi can use him as a defensive presence as well as the holding midfielder. The impact that the three midfielders will have on the game, or maybe four. We've got the highlights. We're going to go to the highlights. But the impact that midfield can have can be crucial against PSG. Let's go and see the highlights of this win against the Las Palmas at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. A big game that Barca needed to resolve with a win to try and put pressure on Real Madrid at the top of the table. Let's not forget, of course, that, people are counting us out, but we are still in contention. We're now 5 points behind Real Madrid, 72 for them, 67 for us. And Barca started out well. High press, and with this goal disallowed, which I'm still struggling to understand.
Yeah, so the offside line that's drawn here tells us who was called for offside. We know that Rafinha's offside.
Yeah.
But is this ball played deliberately here, and is it a new play, a new sequence by the time he gets to the ball?
Because they're showing the offside there, which he's not involved in the play at all.
He's not involved here. But anyway, I don't know.
That's the best we get.
And this was the crucial play of the game, or one of the crucial plays of the game. By the way, a dangerous flip and fall by Rafinha. Álvaro Valles coming out of his box to try and intercept. Rafinha gets there first and goes flying up in the air. Straight red card for the keeper. That header by Lewandowski off of the cross by Cancelo almost gave Barca the lead. As you can see, Barca were doing the right things, linking up here. The shot by Fermin just wide. One of those filtered passes by Pau Cubarsí was fantastic to initiate that. Yet another chance here set up for Rafinha right before half-time. Cancelo with the back pass. Rafinha with the opportunity which he sends wide, and here is the goal. It's that delivery, Alex Spence, by Joao Felix. That's, what, 60% of the goal?
Yeah.
Boh.
It was perfect. The way he read that run from Rafinha as well.
Yeah, had one little look up right here and said, okay, sure, why not?
Great run from Rafinha as well.
And it's a great finish as well, but
just all of that is just perfect.
You have to appreciate that delivery by Joao Felix, just soft and right where it needed to be. Rafinha gets onto it. A similar style to the goal that he scored in Pamplona last season. Ferran Torres returned. That's positive news for Barca. He replaced Lamine Yamal, and after 59 days of absence due to injury, Ferran Torres came into the game, and he had an opportunity right off the bat. Here's one that Joao Felix had, which hit the crossbar and went off of Aron right on the line. No offside by Koundé, no offside by Joao Felix.
Still not sure how this didn't go in.
I'm really not. Well,
I'm still blaming the fact that there was a little bounce right before Joao goes to hit it. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that's why it went higher than
what we didn't get in that highlight was the scare we got towards the end with that Moledo chance, which, well, made us shake a little bit here in the studio, but thankfully it didn't go in, and Barça managed to pull off the 1-0 win. We are waiting for Xavi Hernandez to head into the press room. García Pimienta's press conference has finished. Xavi will step in a couple of minutes. Final thoughts, guys? This 10-day break that we're going to get?
Alex?
Quite happy about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Happy about your debut?
Relieved. I am happy. I'm happy that we won.
Yeah.
I'm still quite smug about the Rafinha guess,
yeah.
Even though I'm quite sorry we didn't score 4 goals. But not a bad debut with a little win and now 10-day rest.
Happy about the first experience here on the show as well? Comfortable enough?
Could be better with the host and the presenter. But,
nice.
Well,
we're waiting for that.
Well,
you up into that one, really?
She didn't get the Lewandowski rap. She'll have to come back for that.
That is true.
Have to wait.
I do really want to hear that.
I know. Just gonna have to wait.
Spence, thoughts as we wait for Xavi?
Happy for the win, and looking forward to not having to worry about any injury issues any further injury issues.
You got 10 days of relax.
Exactly. Everybody recovers. You hope maybe that Pedri or
touch wood,
Frankie
cross
de
our
Jong,
fingers and everything.
Maybe they get right. You don't know. But even if they don't, this team is built to win with players out. So you don't know. You go into Paris and you do your best.
Do you think, as we're waiting for Xavi, the thing that we're going to be playing against over the next 9-10 days is just the constant chatter?
Yeah, but we don't deal with the chatter. We are our own chatter. We don't deal with the chatter.
We make it ourselves.
We're always positive. Look, we're also I try not to be biased here, right? Like when we're talking about things that happen throughout the course of the game, it's just me. But I don't like to say, well, because we're Barça, it should be like this. Yeah. No, it's football. Yeah.
Well, while we wait for Xavi Hernandez to head into the press room, why don't we have another look at the highlights? I mean, we've got time. So let's take a look at those highlights once again. That 1-0 win at the Olympic Stadium on a very, very rainy night. A minute of silence before the game started for Francisco Lopez, player from the 80s who passed away during this international break. Sadly, Oscar Hernandez sat on the bench for Barça because Xavi Hernandez was suspended. Barça had a goal disallowed in the first half there. Rafinha put it into the back of the net, but he was initially positionally offside, and that's what counted for VAR. We still struggle to understand because the ball was not played directly to him. It comes off of a defender. It's, I'd say, a whole new action, but well, VAR thought otherwise. The goal was ruled off. So here, Barça saw Las Palmas go down to 10 men after the hard collision between Valles and Rafinha there. Valles coming out of his box and making Rafinha go flying up in the air. With half an hour played, Lewandowski had an opportunity which went right off of the crossbar. He could have done there, but Lewandowski was left goalless today after a positive run of game scoring. Fermin had also scored in his 2 previous games. Wasn't able to do so, but he did have opportunities in this game. Rafinha right before half-time. A chance to give Barca the lead going into the dressing rooms, but he sent his opportunity wide. This was the key action of the game. Joao Felix through to Rafinha, and Rafinha with the goal, which gave Barca the 3 points. We're going to leave the highlights at that because our head coach, Xavi Hernandez, has headed in to the press room. We're going to leave it here, guys, and we're going to listen to what our head coach has to say after this 1-0 win at the Olympic Stadium against Las Palmas. We'll be back in 10 days with the game against PSG. Leaving you with Xavi Hernandez.
L'equip ha jugat força bé, amb circulació alta, hem atacat espais molt bé. Penso que hem fallat més gols de lo normal. Crec que és un gran resum de molts partits de la temporada, no? Aquesta falta d'efectivitat que ens fa patir més del compte. Però bé, l'equip es troba bé, amb ambició, amb ganes, penso que hem merescut la victòria de totes, no? I més quedant-se amb 10 ells, no? Tot i així ja amb 11 contra 11, l'equip m'ha agradat, crec que hem competit bé, i bé, Las Palmas no li ha quedat més remei que defensar-se, i al final doncs, aquesta falta del 2-0 ens ha fet patir de més.
Hola, Xavi, aquí, Marta Ramon, en directe al Barça Juga RAC1. Focalitzant-nos en la figura de Rafinha, no sé si heu entès el perquè del gol anul·lat i després sobre l'aportació futbolística de Rafinha interpretant el seu rol com a interior en aquest quadrat. Què us sembla l'evolució que està fent el Brasil?
Bé, jo crec que Rafa és tan dinàmic que pot participar a les 4 o 5 posicions que tenim de davant. Penso que és potser el millor futbolista de l'equip que ataca els espais.
The best player in the team for attacking the space.
Un pas extraordinari de Joao.
It was an extraordinary pass from Joao, and Rafinha, he can play in any of those positions in the front four.
Ens dona moltes coses.
He gives us a lot.
És veritat que potser a vegades va més accelerat del compte, però aquesta acceleració ens dona moltíssim.
He gives us so much to the team.
Fa un gran partit i entén molt bé el que...
He had a great game and he understood well what needed to be done.
Xavi, bona nit. Adrià Albeig, en directo para el carrusel de la serie Moguts de Ser Cataluña. En la previa del partido ha hablado Rafa Yuste y ha dicho que le gustaría que siguieras y que va a intentar convencerte para que cambies de decisión. Tú ya has insistido 1000 veces en que
insisted 1,000 times that nothing will change on you staying. But is there any option for you to stay? Now we'll rest a little bit and then we'll focus on Paris Saint-Germain. As I said, it's step by step, nothing's changed. It's better this scenario than any other.
Buenas noches, mister Alfredo Martínez, en directo para Radio Estadi Noche de Onda Cero. Precisamente hablamos de ese escenario. Dormís a 5 puntos del Real Madrid, la dinámica es muy positiva, la sensación es de que vais a competir hasta el final.
Is the feeling that you're going to compete right until the end and then go at Real Madrid? We've done our homework today, we've done our job, we're winning, so we need to continue in the fight. We will see what the game's like tomorrow for Real Madrid. That doesn't depend on us, we've made too many mistakes. And hopefully we've done enough to compete. And we'll go to the Bernabeu in 2 match days. And we'll see what we can do in these 2 games. We, at the very least, need to do our bit and then hope that they slip up. You've got 5 consecutive league games without conceding.
Aparte de, lo hablamos anteriormente, esta figura de Christensen, ahora añadiendo estos 2 últimos partidos, ¿a qué crees que se debe el hecho de que el equipo ahora sea mucho más?
What do you think that this run is down to, clean sheets? We're enjoying a good form in terms of defending. The first 20 minutes they had a high press and we are intense, we're serious, we're responsible. Our defensive solidity has been key for us. It's keeping us in the Champions League and it's keeping us in the league as well.
Hola, Xavi, Elena Condis, tiempo de juego de la cadena COPE. Ha entrado João Félix desde el banquillo.
João Félix came on from the bench
para el gol de Rafinha.
And he was key in the game in the goal for Rafinha.
Con 9 goles y 8 asistencias.
He's got some good form, but what's lacking for him?
Haces del portugués en estas alturas de la temporada.
No, es que no. Bueno, para mí no hace falta hablar de titular o no titular.
For me, we shouldn't be talking about whether someone's a starter or not. He's been important for us throughout the season. He's played in a lot of games. He did that today as well, contributed. He can make the difference. He's done that. I'm very happy with Joao, especially today, because today wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy game. There were doubts in terms of the positions up top with Robert and Rafa, but he came in and he did well. He made the difference that we needed today.
Hola, mister, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. Alejandro Segura en directo para Radio Marca. Me gustaría preguntarte por Jules Koundé.
I want to ask you about Jules Koundé.
Está renovado, llega bien arriba.
He's renewed his contract.
¿Qué ha cambiado en Koundé para dar
What's
esa
changed
vuelta
about
que necesitaba
Koundé
y
for him
volver a estar a su
to
mejor nivel?
make this turnaround?
Bueno, pues que es Koundé.
He's Jules
Este
Koundé.
es el nivel que queremos de Jules.
That's the level we want
lleva
from him.
muchos partidos rayando el
He's been like that for many games.
Pienso que está en un muy buen momento de forma.
I think he's in a really good moment of form.
Está muy comprometido, juegue donde juegue.
He's very committed wherever he plays on the pitch.
Es para destacar porque
it's something to highlight as well because
juega con personalidad.
He always plays with personality.
Sin ser su
He
mejor
always
faceta.
wants the ball without it to being his best facet.
Piensa en defender, que es
He focuses on
que no es fácil
defending.
encontrar futbolistas que
It's
que
not
disfruten
easy to
defendiendo y
find
él lo hace.
a player who enjoys themselves defending.
Hola Xavi, bona nit. Jordi Blanco, ESPN, felicitats por la victoria. Supongo que mañana verá el partido.
I suppose tomorrow you'll watch the Real Madrid
no sé
game.
Si tendrá tiempo el Madrid Atlético de Bilbao. Si el Atlético de Bilbao lograra
If Athletic managed to get to take points off Real Madrid,
podría resucitarse.
do you think that could resuscitate the dressing room, that belief that you can catch them?
Sobre todo cuando quedan 2 partidos para jugar en el Bernabéu.
Well, with a couple of games still to go at the Bernabéu.
Y si mañana consigue ganar el Real Madrid,
If Real Madrid win tomorrow,
no va a cambiar
then
absolutamente nada.
absolutely nothing will change.
Puntos y podamos estar más cerca del
We can
título de Liga
be
o
closer to a league title or not. It's
hemos hecho los deberes hoy.
just down to us. We've done our bit.
Y así cada jornada.
So we need to do that every match. They just do what we can.
A ellos directamente.
Hola Xavi, Toni Juan Martí del diari Sport. Volia preguntar si creus que una de les millores de l'equip respon també a que en els últims mesos o setmana al vestidor els jugadors tenen clar on aparcat una mica qüestions d'ego individuals, de posicions individuals.
Do you think you put aside any kind of individual egos for the collective?
Que se sent més còmode de central. Tots aquests jugadors estan demostrant ara que també poden
All these players are showing
fora
that
del que seria la seva posició natural. Això també és un
they
dels
can
factors que ajuda
perform
a millorar el
outside
grup,
of
que tothom
their
està posant el seu ego
natural position.
al servei de l'equip.
Sí, però això ho tenen clar des del primer dia.
I've had that. That's been clear from day one.
Unes normatives de convivència que penso que són fonamentals pel bé de l'equip i pel bé del
I think
grup.
there's some fundamentals that are key for getting on in the dressing
Crec
room.
que correspon a molts factors, no?
There's a lot of factors.
Sempre tots els jugadors que he entrenat fins ara al Barça han estat
Every player
primer pensant en l'equip i
signs for Barça has to first of all think about the team and then think about
ens
themselves.
va fer aconseguir 2 títols.
That's how you achieve trophies.
Hola Xavi, Laia Cervelló de The Athletic, enhorabona per la victòria. Jo volia preguntar-te pel mig del camp.
I want to ask you about the midfield.
Com valores el fet que l'equip estigui rendint en aquesta posició sense tenir els 3 jugadors que són titulars?
You haven't got the 3 regular
Ens ha
starters.
ajudat molt. Sergi i Roberto
Sergi
destacaria
Roberto
que
helped
està
a
fent
lot.
una gran feina des de que
He's
ha
doing a
tornat d'aquestes
great
molèsties
job.
que no el deixava participar.
After not participating for a while.
Una grandíssima temporada, no? Que tot el que toca doncs, ho millora. Encara ens falta més pausa, més calma.
Maybe we need a little bit more calm, a little bit more of a
en el joc
pause.
col·lectiu, però penso que hem millorat en els últims
But I think that
partits. Hem millorat
we've
molt
improved in
en el
recent
col·lectiu,
games
en
in
el joc,
midfield.
Bé, penso que, tot i les baixes, hi ha futbolistes que estan a un gran nivell. No?
There are players who are performing at a great level.
L'Uri, quan surt, també ha millorat
Oriol, when he came on, did well.
Penso que hi ha futbolistes individualment amb un nivell alt ara.
Footballers, individually, they're at a great level as well.
Buenas noches, Fran de Televisión Española. Hace 2 meses anunciaste tu dimisión en diferido.
2 months ago, you announced your departure live.
¿Estás más orgulloso? Gracias.
What are you proud of most since then?
Todo, yo pienso que competimos mejor.
Everything. I think we're competing better.
Más compactos en el juego,
We're more
defendemos
compact.
mejor. Nos falta quizá esa efectividad.
We're maybe lacking a little bit that effectiveness.
Como el día del Atlético de Madrid,
Like the game against Atletico Madrid, we were really effective.
¿no? Como dijo el Cholo con toda la razón.
And we were solid, which is what Diego Simeone says. He's completely right.
Nos falta todavía esa efectividad para
We're lacking
más
maybe that
holgadamente, no muchos
effectiveness
partidos, pero pienso que
in
la mejora
more games.
del equipo en general es palpable.
But overall, it's been a good showing from the team.
Torres del diari Marca.
Tú que tienes bastante relación con Joan Laporta, supongo
You've
que
got a good
también la habrás
relationship with
visto
Joan
hoy. ¿Qué te
Laporta.
comenta él de cara al partido del Real Madrid?
What does he tell you about the game against Real Madrid?
Con estos 5 puntos que hay hoy en
And the
diferencia.
5-point difference.
Está contento, ha bajado como casi siempre después
He's
de los
happy.
partidos.
He always comes down after the games to speak.
Está tranquilo,
He's happy.
ve muy bien al equipo, está orgulloso y
He thinks the team's doing well.
continuará en la pelea.
And we're still in the fight.